Hello, everybody. How's the volume? How are we doing today? Happy Friday, everyone. Yo, that is great to hear. Thalian Gray. Yo, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been catching up on the chat right now. Just had to take care of some stuff during the pre-stream. How we doing, y'all? We are, as Jasmine said, a year a week past the release. How are we doing? It has been a crazy week on our end, that is for sure. How's the volume, by the way? Thank you for the sub, Ender Tender. Are my things updating? I don't know if they are, actually. Hell yeah, I'm really stoked. Before I get into all the stuff we're going to talk about today, alright, perfect, thank you, Greed. The first thing that I want to do is just give the biggest shout out I possibly can to my team. They have, I mean, for most of you, I don't even have to say this. If you've been in the Discord at all in this past week, it is just absolutely insane the amount of work that the team has been doing. Support has been obviously crazy. The dev side has been crazy. Everyone has just been scrambling to provide the best possible experience. And thank everyone, huge round of applause to the team. Like, keep in mind, everyone on the team, these are volunteers, these are modders who are just dedicating their time and their effort to making this launch possible. So thank you very much to my team. Y'all are the best, and I love you very much, and thank you. Yo, Hype Train. Okay, I'm not getting these updates. Hold on a second. Let me refresh my activity feed. Oh, we got a limited time to earn exclusive. I don't understand how hype trains work. Does anybody else? They're rad. I don't really know what they do. But, you know, maybe I don't need to. Okay. Yes, special shout out to Lizzie, Mika, Monica has been... Everyone's really been doing support. Like, it's kind of crazy. Everyone has dedicated their own time, like, to do it. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. Omaru, Ultronos, thank you so much. Hello, Monique. So, you know what? Here, let me turn this down a little bit more for myself. Oh, did anyone want to guess what this song was? Yeah, Lizzie is insane. She's like a force of nature as far as tech support goes. You look like I just woke up. I basically did. My hair's a little crazy. My schedule's been a little wild this week. Wildlander. I'll see myself out. I've just been staying up late instead of getting up early, which is kind of my natural inclination, but I don't like doing that if I can. I prefer to wake up early, so that way I'm more aligned with the rest of society. But, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes that's how it goes, especially in the first week of a launch. Anyway, what was the thing I was going to say before I sidetracked myself again? Whatever, it's important, I'll remember. So yeah, y'all, it's been a week since the launch. The response has been absolutely insane. I'm extremely humbled, and thank you so much for playing, and I hope it's been an awesome experience. Monica, oh my god, thank you for 10 gifted subs. Jeez. Yeah, see, what the heck? My overlays do not seem to be... I can see it in the stream chat, but I can't see it on my Stream Elements activity feed for some reason. Reload overlays. It's like none of the subs are coming through. Does anyone know how to fix that by chance? Let's see. Pause, resume? I keep hitting reload. Oh, okay. Now it got Ender Tenders, which was a while ago. Whatever. I guess it'll come through, but thank you so much, Monica, for 10 gifted subs. Yeah, Streamlabs, I'll be honest, I think I really like Stream Elements. Streamlabs seems to work better, like, probably overall, but also Streamlabs is a bunch of shitters, apparently. Like, it sucks. Anyway, the week has been crazy. I've just kind of been watching everything rolling in. We're still getting, like, a fair amount of bug reports, you know, day by day, but that amount is lowering, I would say. And it's kind of just been a exercise in trying to get a list, or like a full picture, you might say, of what the experience has been like for people. So to that end, the biggest thing that I want to talk about today is that, wow, that's crazy. That's wild plot. So the biggest thing I want to talk about is the hotfix, which is something that I've been working on. The rest of the team has been working on in the background for this last week. I can show you guys kind of the tickets and everything, but essentially the first effort, the first update that you guys are going to see is a hotfix that just kind of patches and addresses the largest issues that we've seen crop up in the launch. The biggest ones, I would say, and the ones that are currently fixed, there's a small number of users who have been experiencing some issues with advancing the Thieves Guild. This was kind of a tricky one. Excuse me. I just ate another Trader Joe's burrito. Y'all know how it goes. It's very strange. Like, we can't exactly pin down the conditions under which this occurs, but we know it's been happening for at least some people, and I've managed to replicate it myself. Long story short is that some people were having some issues with getting the third Thieves Guild quest to initialize. They had to console it instead. So that's fixed. The other big issue was that the companions requirements were not implementing properly. According to the MCM, they're all working, but sometimes the MCMs don't necessarily mean that the stuff in the game is set that way. So that one's more like it still works, but what you think the requirements are going to be are not what the requirements are, and that's an issue. So that's been fixed as well. And those are like the two major ones, because those are ones that will prevent people from advancing quest lines. That I would consider massively high priority. The HUD element's getting stuck and not disappearing. Interesting, Greed. Can you... Oh, yeah. Could you shoot me a message about that when you get a chance? It's not time sensitive or anything, but I'd be happy to look at it. We're also looking into an alternative way of hiding the HUD. I have a really fun idea for this that I'm going to be working on with Luca, who is one of the other Wabbajack list authors. So we're going to have you guys know, any of you might have noticed this, if you toggle the HUD and then go into Sneak, the HUD untoggles itself. We probably are going to have a solution for that. It's obviously very small, but, it's cool. Yeah, so let's see. What else? In fact, I have a list of kind of the most important things that you can expect to be addressed by the hotfix. Where is my list? Here it is. Okay, so I said the Questline stuff. One of the big ones, I would say, arguably, is the Mage College start a bug, or is that just waiting for the right time? Which one is that, Kurtu? Oh, is this something about Not So Fast Mages Guild? Because if so, I have not looked at that yet, but it's on our list of hotfixes as a high priority. With access, oh yeah, so that's another one that's fixed, Bambi. Access all the Yorland smithing services. So the reason for that, this is a fun fact, I don't know for sure that feature was added officially to Honed Metal because of what we did on Ultimate Skyrim, but I have worked with Skyliner, the creator of Honed Metal, quite a lot. I remember talking with him about that feature, so I'm secretly kind of hoping that he added that feature officially to Honed Metal because it was in Ultimate Skyrim. That being said, I assumed that it would work the same way that we had it work, which was, as you said, you have to get to the circle before Yorlin will make stuff for you. In default Honed Metal, it actually just requires you to join the companions at all, which of course is really simple to do. All you have to do is talk to Kodlak and then give Ayala her shield or whatever. So I have actually updated that already to reinstitute the circle requirement, which obviously, makes it a lot harder to just cheese Yorland. On the note, Honed Metal, I've actually updated. It's one of the few mods in the build, in the hotfix, that is being updated because there's a brand new version that fixes a lot of stuff. So a lot of the issues people have been having with Honed Metal will hopefully be ironed out. There's got to be a pun in there about, iron or something. What else about Honed Metal? Oh, people have been having some difficulties with kind of the organization of the crafting menus. That has been something I'm really looking at. The big one is that the categories of complete crafting overhaul remade, oh my god, what is CCOR, whatever it stands for, complete crafting overhaul remastered, maybe, who cares, whatever, Cryptoper's beautiful crafting mod. The categories from that mod that show up in the menu were not actually supposed to be there, and that's another thing that we fixed. It doesn't harm anything, but it's a little confusing, at least in my opinion, because we already have a lot of tools to organize the crafting menu and all the recipes, especially with the filter. That's another thing I should mention, is that some of you have noticed that if you hit certain keys while you were messing with the filter in the crafting menus, that will activate certain powers, which is not supposed to happen, but that'll be fixed. And then I'm very strongly considering moving some of the crafting. So the original intent was that the forge would basically function as an upgraded player crafting menu, right? It was supposed to be that, you know, anything you can craft in your player crafting menu. Thank you very much, Gaxbackle. Also, thank you for the subs, everyone. I guess Monica, it's showing up now. Gifted 4 tier. My shit is broken, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I'll be trying to catch all the subs and everything else through stream chat. I don't know what's going on with stream elements. But, what was I saying? The crafting. So, oh, yeah. So the Forge was supposed to be an upgraded personal crafting menu. It seems like that has not been super intuitive, and people are getting confused as to why things like clothing and non-metal items are at the Forge. This is probably something I'm going to change just because it's easy and simple. Yeah, so like a lot. This is what I've kind of been doing. I managed to completely break audio once. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, the most troubling stuff that I see, they're like... I would say personally the most troubling thing are crashes, because most every crash that we have heard about has been really, we've not been able to like replicate them. That's a big issue. Oh yeah, night vision is obviously a huge high priority fix. I should have mentioned that one. I haven't fixed it yet, but there's no way that this hotfix is going out without night vision being, you know, without it working. The crashes are really, those bother me because I've gotten a lot of reports from people who have little to no crashes at all. And then I have other ones from people who are just kind of getting them intermittently at kind of strange moments. We're thinking it might have something to do with people's page files being small. That's kind of like a weird area of testing that we never really had to touch because we weren't getting any crashes. Oh yeah, Cyrus, that's another bug that's already fixed. So for anyone who noticed that the spell selection from the character creation is a little weird because it doesn't necessarily give you the same spells or the same choices that Requiem would. I've quote-unquote fixed that by, I had edited Requiem's spell, or how should I put this? By default, the character creation used to assign perks to you manually for every skill that you chose. What I decided to do instead, both because it just very easily fixes the Requiem spell choices issue, and I mean, personally, I think this is more fun of a system anyway, is just giving you the 6 perks that you would have had that it would have automatically assigned to you and letting you as a player distribute them as you like. This way you can also, like, let's say you have a skill where you are able to put more than one perk into a single skill tree versus having one perk distributed across all 6. You can do that now if you want to. You can also choose all of your spells manually the same way you always would, because it's obviously super shitty if picking a class disallows you from having as many spell selections as you would have if, you know, just you had the choice of the perks. There's also a note about it in the, I've added 2 notes to the character creation process. One is that you will be given the 6 perks and you can allocate them however you like, just so anyone who got used to the previous system will understand what's going on. And 2 is that I added a note to the beginning about the controls button, F11, because there's really not, I mean, I added like a little message that appears when you first make a character, but it only appears for, you know, what, 5 seconds, where it's like, hey, F11's the controls button. Let me move this camera over here. So I've added another note about that. So as you guys can see, there's going to be a lot of stuff, and it's almost kind of weird to call this a hotfix because there's so many little changes. There's also like balance changes that you could argue are almost bug fixes unto themselves, right? Like a good example of that would be a lot of people were reporting that certain goods were like way cheaper in the places where those goods were scarce, right? I'd say the best example of this is, or abundant, not scarce, sorry. The best example of this is spell tomes. If you went to Winterhold, where obviously spell tomes are more readily available because the college is there, the spell tomes you would get there were like a tenth of the cost that they would be elsewhere in the world. This is because of trade routes kind of supply and demand system, which is working as intended. However, I went through and kind of messed around with the balance because by default, where we had it, essentially if there are any economists out there, the fences on like the high and low cost of goods, in my opinion, were just a bit too disparate. You really had like the highest value being like 1.0 and the lowest was something like 0.13, so literally almost a tenth in those cases. So what I've done is it functions the same way, but I've tightened that up a little bit, right? So that the range is not quite so extreme. So in my mind, this still incentivizes you to, you know, buy low, sell high, buy the dip, etc. But you're not going to get, it's not going to be so disparate as to be just straight up broken, if that makes sense. Yes, there will be patch notes on all of this stuff. Every single thing that I'm talking about here is tracked. And here, I can show you guys. Where's the secret behind the scenes Jira? You can see here, this is our hotfix. This is all stuff that's in testing, so these should be done. Here's stuff that's straight up done. We've got some tickets here that goes to right about there. You can see there's quite a lot of stuff in this, what's it called, in this column. Reasonably speaking, not everything is going to end up making it to the hotfix, but also a lot of these things are very easy to fix. I've been focusing on the stuff that is very hard first because I prefer doing things that way. The stuff that I think is going to take a long time always takes higher priority for me. But yeah, so essentially what you will have here, everything that's in the done category is going to be added to the patch notes. So there shouldn't be any sort of stuff that changes that you guys won't know about, if possible. Yeah, merchants are really fun. Solitude Court Wizard keeps turning up dead. Yeah, that's another big one. That's unfortunate. So the reason that happens is because she's a vampire, and normally she's essential, but I'm pretty sure, based on some of the reports we've gotten, when you complete, what is her quest? The Wolf Queen? Whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called, but the one that not the Wolf Queen. It's the, whatever it is. It's the one with, oh my god, I can't remember her name. Y'all, who am I talking about? Yeah, Queen Potema. That's who it is. I think that Sibel Stentor becomes unessential, or she becomes regular after that, since she just dies because she's a vampire. She can't go out in the sun. So we're going to fix that for sure. Be nice if you add a controller setup guide. Yeah, so that's what we want to do for that, Thalian. Ideally, the only reason that we removed Easy Wheel, or that I removed Easy Wheel, is because the version that we were working with was not working at the time. I know that there's an update, and I would really, I mean, I want to add Easy Wheel to the controller in particular. I know some people like it for the keyboard as well, and you know, you can use it if you want to, but primarily that would be an addition for gamepad players, people who don't want to have to use the keyboard in conjunction. So that one, I'm not sure if that'll make it to the hotfix, because I would consider that a slightly lower priority, but it's still up there for sure. Yes, the hotfix, okay. It should. I can't promise this because you never really know. Like, there might be some sort of change that we need to make where we remove a mod that has scripts running, at which point we probably wouldn't classify it as, like, save safe anymore, but we are really, really trying hard to make sure that this stays as a patch in terms of semantic versioning, which means that your saves should be compatible. That is a huge, huge priority for this hotfix. And likely what will happen is that even if there are things that we could fix by making it not save safe, we're probably going to hold off on those things until we release. Are you guys familiar with semantic versioning? We can show you. So like 1.0.1, right? The way that this typically works is that any number change that's in the very right element, the third decimal, is a patch, which means anything that increases there. Oh shit, I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not working. Thank you for the I apologize. Hold on, let me see if I can. I don't know what's going on here. Gak, apparently the tips don't show up in my activity feed either. This whole thing is completely donked. Is there a way I can like sign out and then like sign back in of the activity feed? Let's see here. NPC appearance spreadsheet available. Love to know some of the appearances. There, I can make that available, Monique. It's not always updated because now that I have Easy NPC, it kind of keeps track of that yourself. But I can also make my preset available to anyone. They're not showing up on my Twitch. No, it's just, well, so I have Streamlabs activity feed. Here's what I can do. Let me go. But I mean, the tips are through Streamlabs, so I don't know if they'd show up there. Let me see. Tools. Scene collection. No. View. Here we go. Docs. We're going to show Twitch activity feed. Hopefully that'll get us some of the stuff that we're missing here. Also, I hope... Oh, this one's the same. Am I back? Can you guys see me? Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you guys are, if I'm live again. All right, cool. Hell yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. I mean, frankly, I can't even blame the computer. My poor computers both stay on, like, so much. That computer probably has not been restarted in, like, over a week. So really, it's my own fault. I won't blame it. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for your patience. What was the last thing that I was saying? Oh, first things first. I updated my stream elements. It seems to be working now. Gak Spackle tipped $123. Thank you so much, Gak. That is, like, beyond generous. Thank you so, so much. That was the one that we missed before. Accumulated memory from cosmic rays. Isn't that the running theory as to why that one skip happens in Mario 64, solar flares? Yeah, I feel that, Monique. Okay, so what was I talking about? Please remind me. I was talking about something. Hotfix related. Hotfix regarding notes. Yes, that is another one. So a lot of people have been telling us that the handwritten font is too difficult. Semantic versioning. Okay, I'll get to that after. The handwritten font is too difficult to read, which is, you know, if we have this many reports about it, then obviously that's the case. So I will fix that. And regarding semantic versioning, so the way that works, for those of you who don't know, or at least kind of it can work however you want it to, you know, it's all just guidelines, but the best practice suggestions are to have any hotfix or patch occur in that very last number. For our purposes, anything that is a patch, anything that only increases that last number, so for example 1.0.1, should be save safe, meaning that you can safely continue your character, yada yada yada. Any major change is the second number, so if it was 1.1.0, for example, that is a major update. That means that it would not be save safe. And then of course any huge new, I can't remember, maybe no, those are called minor updates, I can't remember what it's called. The first number though, if that one changes, you can certainly guarantee that your saves will not be safe. But this one should be, is the overarching point. Paper map and first-person horses. So first-person horses, unfortunately, we cannot do, at the moment, because of, I can't remember what it is that conflicts with it. Something. I think it's either true directional movement or smooth cam. I want to say true directional movement, but unfortunately, we can't do that at the moment. Excuse me, I'm burping because I'm drinking this delicious, sponsored by Spindrift. It's not. I wish it were, though, because I really like this stuff. Yeah, so we're at major, minor revision. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha, Claire. So the non-US keyboards issue, that's a complicated one, because what we would essentially have to do, what I'm talking about for anyone who doesn't know, so some of the users who do not have US keyboards, like the ones shown in our controls image, right? Just the bindings are straight up not the same. This is obviously a problem because, you know, the people who have non-English keyboards are having issues having some of the keys work, so they're having to rebind them. Supporting alternate keyboards is something that we believe is technically possible, but it's actually kind of difficult because it requires us to be really on top of our stuff. What I'm hoping may be a possibility is that as we release updates, and oh, now I know what I'm going to talk about too. Just remind me keyboard inputs after this. I don't know. We'll see if we're able to support it. I would really like to, and hopefully it wouldn't be that bad, but we would essentially have to have customized versions of all of the different keybinds that we would provide for people as optional files that they could enable. That's one solution. I would really prefer it to be more streamlined than that, and I suppose, like, if we can add that, even if it can't be more streamlined, it's probably better than not including it at all, but jury's still out on that one. I can't guarantee that anything regarding the non-English keyboards is going to be in the hotfix. We'll see. That one's kind of like a TBD. So, is it possible to opt out of the update? Yes. So that's the other. We're not 100% sure on what the update process is going to be at this point. We have a few different ideas. The predominant one is that we just, because there are certain updates that will not be safe for your old saves, we can't have the updates be automatic with no user input, because then we might end up in a scenario where someone does not want to update and then ends up being forced to update and then they lose their save, and that's no fun for anybody. So safe to assume that whatever implementation we land on, that will not be something that happens. Nice if it was language format agnostic. Yes, that would be great, Thalian, and I guess that might be possible if I can get a list of keys that are different on all the different... One of the other big issues here is that it's very hard to develop a solution for this when the only keyboard that I have is an English one. So I suppose I could go pick up, like, you know what I mean? Like different types of keyboards, or alternatively, I could just work with some of our users to figure out what keys would be different, and then maybe we could make sure that no keys go on those so that it would be... That's frankly an elegant solution, Thalian, so maybe we will try to do that. Okay, so here's the other thing. I have to talk to you guys. You and I have to sit down. We have to have a talk about this, okay? You and me, all of us together. C is the best button for crouch. This is the hill that I will die on. It is the best crouch button. However, now I understand this is a contentious topic. Now, please let me make my case. Let me make my case here. I have been PC gaming for years and years, since I was a wee lad of 10, 11, whatever. I have used control as crouch in so many games since all the shooters that I remember spending just tons of time with as a child, and as I grew up to be a teenager and into an adulthood. So many games use control as crouch. So I get it. Right? I'm used to these games. I've played all the Half-Lives. I've been in Source for years and years and years. Control is a good button for crouch, and I know a lot of people are used to that. However, C is better. And the reason for that is because you can hit it while you're sprinting. There are so many shooters. I would argue that the most fluid, the best movement mechanic shooters, especially today, especially contemporarily, have C as a crouch button. Now, a lot of them also have control as a crouch button, which would be the ideal scenario where you could use either one, right? However, C, I'm telling you, C is the one to do. However, for our purposes, we don't yet have a slide mechanic. There is a slide mechanic mod for Skyrim, which is kind of cool. I've tested it a little bit. It's a little wonky, so I've not added it yet. It's also crazy overpowered because you can literally just slide into like any humanoid and they just ragdoll away, which is, you know, pretty tough, but it's also funny. But yeah, that would be an instance in which C, you know, should be the crouch button. I know that that's not that important for Skyrim, and I have gotten so many reports of people being like, please put crouch back on control. And what we are working against here in this particular instance is pre-existing expectations, right? It's not as if we're creating a game from scratch and saying, hey, crouch is C and no one's used to it being on any other key at all. We are modifying an existing game that has crouch on C, and it seems like a lot of people are still used to that, and I understand that. So I am very strongly considering putting crouch back on control, because again, we've gotten a lot of reports about this. But I just wanted to state my case anyway. I wanted let it be known that this is my opinion. And hopefully, the issue with Skyrim is that I mean, like all the other HUD and UI issues, it's a game from 2011, so, you know, we can only be so harsh. But don't you wish that we could have alternate keybinds for the same commands like every other game in the history of the planet? Yeah, so it is easy to change it back, but it's one of those things where I've heard so many people be like, why is it on C? And I get it. Well, it's turbo easy swapping them. However, here's what I can do how about this? At the very least, whether or not I change the control key to be crouch again, I will take the quick heal, the quick potion off of control, because this is the issue. Some people change it back to control, and they very quickly find out that the control key is currently used for like quick heal or like the quick potion. So they actually end up accidentally using a bunch of their potions when they're trying to sneak, which is not great. So yes, like, so at the very least, like whether or not we change the key, I can change that back, or I can change the quick heal button away. It's true. It's just one of those things. Like if we're all, I mean, hopefully y'all have had a fairly intuitive process, like getting everything set up. Obviously, we tried really, really hard to make sure it was all super smooth and the installation was easy. Oh, I can talk about that next. Yada, yada, yada. So, if you have this one, I mean, it's kind of like a general rule of like testing your design. If you have a ton of users who are all, it's like the font thing, right? Like, when I read the font, I was like, yeah, this is cool, and I can read it well enough. I guess I'm also used to reading cursive. Y'all, look at this. This is what my handwriting looks like. Maybe this is why the font didn't bother me, is because, look at this. I don't know if it's going to be mirrored, but it's horrendous, right? So maybe that's the issue. Anyway, the point is that if you have a bunch of people who are all reporting the same thing, it's generally safe to assume that that is an issue or something that maybe could use some additional attention. C is quite a good key for quick heal. Yeah, that's actually where it used to be, I think. I can't remember. But yes, so suffice to say, I'm looking at it, we'll figure out a solution, I'm aware, and we'll fix it. On to the next point, related to if a bunch of people report stuff or have issues with something, it's something we can hopefully address. The installation this is less important for you guys because presumably most of you are already playing, so you're beyond this point. But we've had a lot of issues with people like skipping the prerequisites that you have to install before the Wabbajack installation, or I guess it doesn't really matter if you do it then, but just skipping the prerequisites and just, you know, having some other issues with like downloads. There's some download archives that are really giving us trouble. Like a lot of people have issues with Skyrim Realistic Overhaul because it's on ModDB and they really don't like the volume of traffic we're throwing at it. Excuse me. So, whoa. We're going to be fixing that, hopefully. I can't guarantee when the prerequisites change will happen, but our plan is to hopefully just have the launcher install all of that, which would be really nice because poor support has just been fielding that same question over and over and over. Oh yeah, that's another thing I can talk about is customization. So obviously, I know that a lot of you are very interested in customizing the builds. Customization, it'll be just like Ultimate Skyrim, where it's not something we officially support just because there's too many users and, you know, it's just impossible for support to support non-standard installations. However, there will be far less of a moratorium on customization like in the future. The reason that we've been so kind of intense on that is because we are in this launch phase, right? We're in the launch phase with a bunch, like, I don't need to tell y'all that the installation process is pretty different from how Ultimate Skyrim was. There's just a lot that's changed in terms of both the build itself and the installation process, and we've just been, yes, exactly, Severe. We have been really wanting to use this time to identify issues that we are like 100% positive exist in everybody's builds that, you know, they're in the base build. So that's the reason we've been doing that, but that will change once we're sure that everything's kind of safe and the dust is settled. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who have customized their install. Like, I saw someone on the Requiem subreddit the other day who had, like... In fact, here, let me find it. I'm gonna put this over here. Subreddit. So you can see there is a user who posted... Yeah, here we go. Check this out. So here's a user who used Wildlander as a base and added a bunch of, you know, crazy, what's it called, animation mods and so on and so forth. So you can see people are doing this already. Oof. Ow, god. Oh, it's Bouncer too. That would make sense. This is Ron the Crow, baby. So you get the idea. Now, this is obviously not something we currently support, and again, it won't ever be officially supported. But, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can. It's just, if you do this stuff, like, we can't, the reason I'm even mentioning this is we can't stop you. Just please do not go to support and, you know, have them try and fix your issues. Because, yeah, Lizzie, y'all know the work that they're all doing, like, in support. It makes their lives infinitely harder when they have to worry about what mods you've added and yada, yada, yada. Yes, well, so that's what we had, Great Pedinsky. We have it for Ultimate Skyrim. We just, it's like, at this point, we're not even adding, like, a customization channel. And I know that there are people who are working on customizations and additions, like, in the background. So, again, holy shit, Gax Spackle, 25 gifted subs. Holy crap. Holy crap! Oh my god, is there anybody in this chat who doesn't have a sub at this point? Wow, Thalian somehow managed to skip it. So did Severe. My god, y'all, round of applause. Holy, yeah, no kidding. It's like at a certain point, it's more impressive to have dodged the gifted subs. Nice, thank you so much, Gak. Also, Prince Wolf, RJ Pam, thank you for the resubs. Much appreciated. It's my activity feed is just absolute ass right now. I don't know what the hell is going on because it's not showing up again. Reload overlays. I'm gonna submit a complaint to Stream Elements. Your free service is not working exactly perfectly. Although, frankly, if it's a bug, they'd probably want to hear about it. Y'all, that's crazy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Gak. Yes, so for Lizzie and the sake of our other support members, please do not customize it yet and then go in there asking for... We really have not had that many issues with this yet. Generally speaking, I think the people who are adding things understand that this is the case, but I just want to reiterate it to make sure so we're all on the same page. And yeah, I mean, that's like... let me see... Oh! Hone Metal getting a bunch of fixes. Hone Metal's got some weirdness. We're using an older version. There's a newer version that fixes a bunch of stuff, so that's cool. What else have I done? Oh, I've added a few basic items to vendors that people were saying they just couldn't find anywhere. A big one would be paper. Another big one would be torches. I added some of the stamina stews to like the basic in list so that you always have some of that, right? You can always get a little bit of stamina buffs. That's all just interim. I got to tell you, it's hard to pick a system that I'm most excited to expand. But if I had to pick one, I might choose cooking because I love cooking and I love the concept of making cool foods that all have like unique attributes and stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun. So any food changes before that are what you might call interim. Yo, Sketch Q, thank you for 10 gifted subs. Also, if anyone tips or makes a donation of any kind, those seem to be the things that are not showing up on my activity feed. So please let me know and I promise that I will shout it out. Thank you so much, Sketch. Breath of the Wildlander cooking. I do like Breath of the Wild's cooking. It's actually very, at least partially inspired by that. The thing I really like about Breath of the Wild's cooking is that every food item has its own unique kind of attributes. So you can use that as a form of, it's almost like alchemy in Skyrim. It's like mixing and matching. Oh, nice, Conrad. So here's the thing about animations like Sky SA. So I'm not opposed to combat animations completely. The animations that are easier, like, yeah, for sure I'm going to add these kinds of things, are like running animations, walking animations, idle animations. Those kinds of things are, of course, like, let's throw them in there when the time is right. The combat animations are a little bit different because I don't want to introduce disparity between first person and third person, right? Thank you so much, SketchQ. Did you add hide laces smiths? Yes, that's in there as well, Wolf. Adding some of the basic materials that are not. In fact, actually, that one's in the in progress tab. You can see. Is it? Here it is. Look, that one's right here. Oh, thank you for additional 4 gifted sub. This thing is broken. This game is broken. You have Vittoria Beach. Yeah, so there are people who should have paper. It's just not working out great. There's a lot of chances to not get paper based on the way the leveled lists work. So I'll just add a little bit out. Also, here's the other thing. You should be able to get paper from books, right? You can get them from ruined books, but I don't think you can get them from regular books, which makes no sense because if anything, regular books would have better quality paper. So we got to add that as well. That might make it to the hotfix. We'll see. If I can find a way to automate it, that would be a good idea. But... Yo, thank you for the gifted sub, Monique. Can't replace UMP. Oh, well, definitely not, R. Murray. But that did remind me. This is another thing that I did. In fact, I can show you guys. This part will launch the game anyway. It's about time. Oh, hold on. Let me check my Discord. I'm getting a bunch of pings. Oh, that's just from Greed messaging me the stuff that I asked him to message me. Lopsidedness is a light size disadvantage. No weapons in scaled. Then Elven Glass coming a bit late considering their power. We said coming in a bit late. What do you mean, Thalian? Like the skill requirement is too high? let me see here. Let's do, so here's one of the things I really wanted to do. As some of you might have noticed, we use the UNP body mesh, which is really excellent work. It's a great mesh. Before I kind of wanted to stick with the vanilla body, because I do think that the UNP and the CBBE are pretty significantly sexualized. It's not a knock at them by any means. It's just kind of clearly what the goal is. And I felt that even though I used the quote-unquote never nude patch for UNP so that they're not completely naked, they still do have underwear. The underwear is like extremely skimpy and like very, I don't know. I didn't want anyone to feel uncomfortable when making their character or feel like any of that stuff. So I went through and edited an existing mod that I found that has these really cool meshes that are alternate underwear for UNP. I can show you guys what that looks like right now. And hopefully it'll be, you know, a bit better. Oh yeah, most definitely, Monique. Okay, yeah, so Conrad, I remember that being the case with your HEMA mod. As long as there's parity between first person and third person, and as long as the animations are, you know, realistic and fitting with the setting. I think the animation revolution that's been happening right now is super, super cool. There's obviously amazing work like what you just saw in that video that we watched. I think a lot of the animations are a bit too fantastical for my taste, and I say this understanding the irony of knowing that the animations that are vanilla are not exactly what you'd call realistic either. Like the way that people fight in Skyrim is a little wonky. Maybe that's why I fight mostly in first person. Oh, thank you so much, Nomad. That is definitely something we went for. I went for. So I'm not sure on exactly when the release of this hotfix is going to be, and like the, you know, release with like the general release rather. I don't want to give you guys a date when I'm not sure that I can make it yet, but just it shouldn't take very long. I mean, I'm trying to get it out in at most like a couple weeks, hopefully far less than that. I'd like to cut that time in half, but you never know. Never knew. There are dozens of us. Yeah, so I mean, it's also very important for the marketability of the list, because if anyone wants to stream, they obviously can't have naked people showing up. Someone asked me, oh, Alchemy, I heard about Nurse, I get scared. Okay, so Alchemy is a tricky one. We have longer term plans to balance Alchemy in general. However, something that's really going to help, I think, is that I have reduced the general amount of like super, super low quality ingredients that people have been using to kind of cheese their own potions. Which I think makes sense anyway. You still want a fair amount of those things, like for traders, but not too much. And then the other thing that I've done, this is like a legitimate bug, is just vastly reduce the amount of gold that the vendors have, especially alchemy vendors, but it's really the same. Like for example, Arcadia is everyone's favorite like go-to for breaking economy. I believe she had something like 16,000 gold in the current release, which is like way, excuse me, too much. That's not what she was intended to have. Now she's floating somewhere around like 4,000 to 5,000 at max. So it's one of those things where like, yes, alchemy could probably do with some additional balancing. Also, yes, you will probably always be able to break it in one way or another if you know what you're doing, and if you're metagaming, which is like at a certain point you're just it's like an endless chase, endless whack-a-mole. However, even though we're going to balance alchemy a bit more in the long term, there are some kind of simple, elegant changes you can make to at least make it a bit more solid, and I think that's one of them. Not having the vendors have practically infinite gold. How can we help test builds to improve the pack? Right, these figured out a quest bug. I mean, really, the best thing that you can do is just play the way that you want to. I mean, sometimes we'll need people doing specific things, and we can always make announcements about those. A good example for that would be, we've gotten like 2 users. This is something that's concerning to me. We've gotten 2 users who are reporting that after spending like a lot of time on their site, well, not that much time, it was something like 10 hours, but that's, you know, a fair amount of time. They were starting to experience like intermittent crashing. And that's really weird and concerning, because obviously if it's something, I don't know if it has to do with something that just happened to start occurring in their game at that point, or if there's some sort of issue with like much longer saves. I don't know. That's something we can figure out, but really to test that, just keep playing. And we know of course, many users who've been playing far more than that who are showing no signs of this issue at all. So who can say, really? But I would say if you want to help test, just keep playing the game you want to play it, or as you want to play it, and let us know any issues that you find. You know what I mean? That's the most helpful thing you can do. I missed something. Unexpected autosaves. You know, it could be Nomad. What I have turned on is just the save on menu option. Like every 10 minutes or so, it'll do that. But it's a little potentially sketchy. I don't know. Fix the followers not using scrolls. So that's the thing where followers have like infinite scrolls, right? Arrow. That one's tough. In fact, you know what? Let me make sure I have that one listed. I'm pretty sure Lizzie made a ticket for it, but I don't know for certain. Let's say scroll. Yes, we do have it. That one is on there. That one, oh, it might be tough. That sounds like some follower live package stuff. Upgrading gear to cost. Yes, so along with the other economy changes, one of the big economy changes that I made was adjusting Hone Metal's default values so that, you know, it's not nearly as easy or as cheap to get your shit hella upgraded. Okay, I'm gonna disable our wonderful... Oh, did anyone guess what the music was from? We didn't talk about that. Anyone want to give it a wager? Strong Clothes Killer Prisoners? That's a war crime. Just doing a little war crime. Gak, thank you for the gift. Okay, now it's like my stream elements is coming in 3 tier 1 subs, 10 tier 1 subs. Are you doing that now? Or was that before? Because my shit is donked. You mean the inconsequential NPCs, Cisco? F-Zero is a good guess, and you're close in terms of console generation. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to interact with them about in general, but that is odd. We'll look into that. You should be able to, at the very least, do the immersive speechcraft stuff. Yeah, so the Hone Metal, like... I basically just been using the default settings, which for Requiem are way too low. Any possibility of easily changing the weather? Well, seems to rain way too... Really? I've not noticed that. Sonic 3 is another good guess. The actual answer, I'm going to say it in 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is from the Power Rangers game. Whoa. Almost knocked over my water. This is good music. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's a fair amount of raining, I guess. Is it okay? So to be clear, there are 2 Power Ranger SNES games. This one's like the side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's almost like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but you can't play it multiplayer. I loved this game growing up. Like, tell me, listen to this shit. Where is it? Just listen to this. This is a fucking jam. Are you kidding me? Not yet, Monique. We're probably waiting to do that until we start adding all the new spells. Tell me this song is amazing. What is up with all these SNES games just having like the sickest fucking soundtracks you've ever heard of? I swear. Sorry. I really do like it a lot. It's just so fucking cool. You know what I mean? It's really good. Planning on adding stuff to... Oh, hell yeah. You know it. So, how about that? Before we dive in here, I will just list off again a bunch of the mechanics. Yo, thank you for the gifted sub, I think. Yes, Monique gifted a sub to Severay. Was that now? Was that 10 years ago? Who can say? This thing's broken. I really don't know. But there is so much that I want to add to this stuff. It just kind of depends. You know what I mean? one of the things that I've been doing. What's up, Aosana? How you do? One of the things I've been doing is just kind of waiting to see how the release and how the momentum it might be building will affect like the Patreon income, and just kind of hopefully it'll give me some insight into exactly, you know, where my kind of efforts should be allocated here. So I'm trying to focus first and foremost on the things that will just help everyone be able to play easily. That's still like the number one priority, and alongside that it's like fixing anything that is bug or just annoying when you're playing, just trying to make it like a nice smooth experience. That's what the hotfix is geared towards. After that is when we're going to start with the mechanical edition expansions, and there's a lot of stuff we want to do there for sure. There's still I can show you, even this is not comprehensive, but these are what I like to call unticketed prospective mods. So these are mods that I either for sure want to add or very likely want to add. And I'm going to add this to like the website and the roadmap and whatever. Thank you, Monique, for gifting the sub. Are we back with the... Oh, wait, SketchQ gifted 5 subs. Thank you. What is happening with this? Hopefully it's working now. I cannot promise. Well, thank you very much, Monique. I really appreciate it. I hope it's not broken. Yeah, so here, let me go ahead. Where's my handy dandy notebook? I also put this in the initial Patreon release post, so like the most recent news would be like a good place to check. But here's my little page here. What have we got? We got location expansions, so that's just, you know, you can kind of call that mechanics. It's kind of not, but just, you know, expanding the cities and such to be a bit bigger. There's a lot of really cool mods, obviously, that do that sort of thing. So we've got spells that counts for both the amount of spells that are in the game and also the ways that you spell cast, the ways that you learn spells. We'll just put that under a nice umbrella of spells. We've got jobs. That one's probably first up, if I'm honest, because I think it's a very important role-playing tool. Jobs would just be like simple things, you know, go and work as a blacksmith, go and work as a carpenter, go and work as a fucking farmer, go and work as a miner. Things that just allow you to exchange your time doing like labor of some kind in order to gain some money, which I think is, again, very important for roleplay. That's fair, Thalian, but as you get better at those things, then it takes significantly less time. So if you become a better hunter, it can start to be a lot more profitable. And also the argument is that you can just go to a shop and buy those things, but if you go to a shop and buy the things that you would otherwise get through hunting, you are going to be missing out on a lot of the experience that you'll also be getting by virtue of hunting things yourself, by virtue of wearing armor, so on and so forth. Yes, but I mean, that's one of the things that we should have, really, is have we need first of all, a good way to display all of what you might call like the secondary skills, so like the hunting skills, the campfire skills, so on and so forth. The other element is that we should probably have at least some character starts where you are like a proficient hunter, because as it stands now, every single character starts with a hunting skill of 0, so hunting things is going to take you, you know, much longer than it would if you are, you know, a more advanced hunter. So we'll get into all that. The jobs question is there are some mods that add jobs and things like that. I don't know if they're just called jobs. There's always like jobs of Skyrim. I have a few different candidates that I'll be looking at there. And if we can't find anything that's exactly what we're looking for, maybe it'll be like a bespoke solution. What else we got here? Oh, reputation. This is a good one. There's a lot of really cool mods out there for adding some additional reactivity to, like individuals and communities. Skyrim Reputation is one of them. There's Predator, is that what it's called? Predator, the werewolf and vampire mod that makes it, you know, kind of draws from tabletop RPGs like Vampire the Masquerade, so stuff like that. And then, of course, I would include, I even listed it underneath. Reputation to me includes things like friendship mods, so stuff that allows you to, you know, like there's that one mod that I think Wanking Skeever added that, you know, allows you to get little odd jobs from people. Hey, what's up, Rune? Oh my god. How you doing? It allows you to get just little tasks from people, and you can kind of ingratiate yourselves to them, or you can just become friends with them in other ways that are, you know, straight out of games like The Sims or whatever. Just something that allows you to build these kind of dynamic friendships and establish a relationship with just random characters, right? I think that's cool. No, Wanking Skeever is actually the name of the author. I'm not sure if that mod in particular is Wanking Skeever. I feel like it is. It also could be Parapets. Let's see what else we got. Religion's another one. I know that like Plot and people have been working on just, additions for like Requiem IDB, for Winter Sun, so that's like one that's kind of underway in that sense. Standing Stones could use a little bit of attention. Big one would be building your own stuff anywhere. Oh, here's something that might actually make it in the hotfix as well, is container restrictions or carry weight restrictions for containers, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, Skyrim's Got Talent, Bard stuff, that's up there for sure. I would kind of classify that as jobs. What else do we got? We got, non-lethal combat options. That's an important one. I don't want everyone to have to feel like a murder hobo all the time. We've got cooking. We've got fishing, especially now that fishing has that wonderful, I think that's Wanking Skeever as well. Either that or Parapets, where now you can use the Creation Club fishing, but, wherever. Yeah, no more Barrel of Holding. One thing that's going to be really tricky, I don't know if some of you have noticed this or not. I know some of you have noticed this. Thank you for the gifted sub, Monique, I think. Is that fresh or is that old? I don't know with the notifications. Thank you very much, though, either way. The fish, was I talking about fishing? There's something else I was going to say. Oh, wait, no, the containers. So, back in the day, many of you might remember, if you were Ultimate Skyrim players, that I used Astronaut Crossing instead of like the campfire options like Hearthcraft and whatever. The primary reason for that was that campfire containers actually have a shared inventory. Yes, so exactly what Omaru just said. And that's obviously a problem. That was not the case in Astronaut Crossing, which is why I added it. Because, it's not super immersive if you can make a chest in Riften and a chest in Markarth, making both. Yeah, it's a void chest. It's exactly what it is. So I got to see about a solution for that, because Astronaut Crossing is not yet on Special Edition. I can talk to David and see if he has any plans for that, but I also have not really, really dug down and searched for solutions and other mods that might fix that. But yeah. Yeah, Armory, we were talking about that earlier, so we got a bunch of stuff in the hotfix that should make that a bit tougher. Let's see, we got Vampirism and Werewolves. We got Sneak Tools, I just have a line for. That's probably for stuff like the rope, stuff, and being able to extinguish fires with water arrows and things like that. Yeah, Void Storage is a really rad idea that you would want for, like, endgame stuff, but certainly not for the baseline behavior of the containers. Yes, Nomad. It's probably not going to be in the hotfix, so this is another thing I can talk about. It's like 99% likely that we are going to move to Last Seed, because another big mechanical update that we used to have, is food spoilage. Food spoilage is very important. Obviously, if you don't have food spoilage in the game, then it's another form of exploit after a fashion where, a cooked salmon prepared 6 months ago is just as good as it was then, which is not chill. And there's also some other stuff that Last Seed kind of integrates with Frostfall and Campfire on, which is really nice. What else we got? I have a line here for music. Those of you who have followed my work for a long time will know that I'm very, very picky when it comes to music, but I do have some very strong candidates. Not the least of which is, y'all know the new intro, right? This one. Wait, let me turn up the volume. This beautiful intro. I'll shut up so you can listen to it. So the author of this music has given us explicit permission to use her songs in the mod. So stuff like this, totally. So probably some stuff. What else we got? We got a lot of Nox Crabs additions. Some of you have been asking about those as well. We've got additional perks through Nox Crab. We've got some magic rebalances, and like unarmed combat is great and all these things. Nox Crab, for those of you who don't know, is a veteran Requiem modder and player. So all of Nox Crab's mods are usually, it's like he'll identify an area of Requiem that could just really use some additional fun or attention and just fucking knock it out of the park in those instances. We've got animations, carry weight, additional quest mods. That one's, you all know I'm very picky about additional quest mods as well, and certainly that'll be lower priority than a lot of the mechanical changes, but it's still on the list. And what else do we got? Oh, just more NPCs, like dynamic NPCs. So you got your immersive NPCs maybe. You got dynamic patrols. You got everyone's favorite followers, Inigo and what is Lucian, and those are all maybes, but pretty strong likely inclusions. And yeah. Oh, and something I'd also really like to do is just add more generic mercenaries to taverns. If we're going to let them die, then I think that it would be very cool if you could just kind of go there and hire more. Very good. Balance pack. Yeah, well, so cooked foods, like food in general, everything that you see in the game right now having anything to do with food in any way, shape, or form, I would consider placeholder. It's basically all vanilla Requiem for food. It's not interesting to me, or it's fine, but it's basically like most of what you do is see if you can find a stamina food and just grab those. If you're a mage, you want to grab one of the magical regen foods, and you also look for beef stews in order to get the carry weight and the health bonus, and then you don't really think about food anymore. And that's like kind of the opposite of what I would like. Probably what I will end up doing is creating something that is like a half system between something like CACO and my own kind of changes, right? Yeah, it's like you get a single soup, and then it's like, I'm not going to think about it anymore, which is really boring, in my opinion. Also, I love cooking. So yeah, we'll see. I say I love cooking. I love food. I'm not a fantastic cook, and I don't cook a whole lot, but I respect it, and I think it's rad. And it's just because I've watched Food Wars, you know what I mean? And yeah, there will be a lot added to that, so consider anything cooking placeholder. What else do we got? I mean, that's pretty much it. I've got like a transmogrification system, but suffice to say, like, a lot of additions are coming, so please rest assured on that. Yeah, Food Wars is wild, Desrin. I really like it a lot. I wish it were far less sexualized, but I like the rest of it. There is cooking tree skill. Okay. Cooking is a fun concept as long as it's contained to TV. Of course, right? Let's see. Transmog got some downvotes, eh? Well, if they mean transmogrification as implemented through some of the mods where it's just like equip any item and then, then equip what you want the appearance to be. For me, that's when I say transmogrification, I should elaborate. Maybe something like that would be cool for like an end game. Like, let's say you can find some magical item that you have to work really hard to get. Either it's really expensive or, I don't know, you had to invest in like enchanting or something. And that would literally just allow you to equip whatever you wanted and then display a different set of gear. Like, that would be fine. But for my version of transmogrification, what I am talking about would be more like you intentionally, let's say you have like a baseline armor. Let's use elven armor as an example, right? So you have elven armor. What I would probably do is add, it's like, here's elven armor, and then here is elven armor in the like Bosmer style, right? So it has the same base attributes and features of elven armor, but it's visually a different style in terms of how it's built. And that way it gives us a very convenient way to add in like a bunch of like armor mods and use their awesome visuals and stuff like that without like breaking or unbalancing the game. That's kind of what, in my head, what I mean when I say transmogrification, right? Yeah, it's like regional styles. It's a good way of saying it. So that way it's still like lore friendly, and it doesn't, transmogrification I think is kind of immersion breaking for a lot of people, and I would kind of include myself in that crowd because just it's a video game feature where you have the leather armor but you make it look like this other one. I've not used Armory of Tamriel, but it could be. Going back on quest mod since Wormstooth Undeath, there's a very good chance. I would say that of all the different quest mods that there are out there, Wormstooth and Undeath have the highest likelihood of re-inclusion. The reason that they were both removed is because of just kind of like broken elements and issues that we did not have time to try and fix ourselves. Since we removed them, there have been updates to both, which I hope would fix that. But again, it's not like crazy high priority for me. I'm gonna draw a picture for you guys, kind of explain my development philosophy for you. So here is, let's say, what is the old expression? Skyrim is wide as a lake, but shallow as a puddle, right? I need a brush, I guess a pencil. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. So here's regular Skyrim, right? We'll say Skyrim. Put that there. So here is the gameplay content of regular Skyrim. You can go all across the world. There's all different kinds of things to do. Nothing is particularly deep, but it does do a good enough job, especially at first, of making you feel like you're part of this, interconnected world with all these things going on. We all know after you play for a little bit, it's pretty shallow. There's not that much. So what I try to do, I think Skyrim is a beautiful, excellent base for us to add mechanical depth and complexity. So what I want to do instead, first and foremost, I'm not going to bother to delete that. Whatever, just assume this is deleted. Actually, let's do this. Easy. No. Delete. What I like to do is then let's keep the width, but let's make this bad boy mechanical depth and put this here. So now you get, thank you for the resub, Bloodwolf. I hope that's all working now. Here you get all the benefits of the wide lake or ocean or whatever that Skyrim provides, with all of the mechanical depth and actually interesting gameplay and meaningful player choices and immersive world interactions that you would hope for from a much more, deep and mechanically complex game, something like Kenshi, for example. So this is my priority. Now, I would argue that a lot of quest mods generally do not do a whole lot to add to this part, right? What they do instead is they kind of make the shallow part a bit wider. So, like, we'll call this like quest mods, right? Like each one of these is a different quest mod. So that's fine. And a lot of, you could argue that especially for veterans out there, even if you add a bunch of mechanical depth to Skyrim, if you're tired of being in Skyrim and tired of looking at Skyrim, then it might not matter that much to you. But this is generally not my philosophy, is to add kind of wider but still shallow parts. What I would like to do, I'm not, again, opposed to having, ideally you'd have as wide of a base as possible. And then ideally you would also have this depth kind of extend here. And this would be like the main goal for me, right? I would want to have this part all done so that if we decided to add these quest mods, we can expand the existing depth of those into the quest mods it's kind of the general philosophy of the whole experience, is that when you have all the mods kind of working in tandem together in a smooth and like seamless way, they all kind of get to shine brighter, right? If that makes sense. Hopefully, let me know if this very poorly drawn MS Paint analogy does not land for you and I can elaborate further. Yes, you want the mechanical depth to also then go into the quest mods. Yes, that's another great point. Well, so this is a point to this kind of analogy. So what Monique is saying, right? Let's say for the sake of conversation, you just add these quest mods and you don't really expand them at all. That's where you end up with this, right? You have a bunch of quest mods. Let's call this, Falscar. Let's call this one Worm's Tooth. Worm's Tooth is, Falscar in particular is very, it's probably not going to get added. It's a bit older. It shows its age really well. It's very impressive for a one-man work, but not, kind of fitting otherwise. So you have all of these quest mods. I don't know. Who knows what that one is? Where people will probably just play it once if there's no additional mechanical depth to it, right? If you just have these kind of narratively driven experiences that play out the same every single time, and you don't have any of that mechanical depth added, there really is not that much return on the time invested in development and making sure it works properly. Whereas with the mechanical depth, let's imagine here, we'll do this too. Let's say that there's a bajillion, these are all, I'm just gonna do this, you know, quests or things to do in vanilla Skyrim, all these different activities and quests and things that you can spend your time on. When you have this entire kind of pool to draw from, it makes all of these activities like horizontally progressive. Everything affects each other. Time that you spend over here doing this will affect time that you spend doing that over there, if that makes sense. And that's what's really interesting to me. It makes the whole thing like you have like a very deep version of Skyrim that really does play out very differently depending on your character build and what you choose to do and how you choose to roleplay. That is far more interesting to me personally. It's very much like a game like Kenshi. It's very much like, what is it, Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld or all of these games that might not be as wide as some of the other games out there, but what is there is like hugely replayable because of the unpredictable systemic interactions that you're going to get. You know what I mean? So hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's make a new character. Let's check out these more modest models. Yeah, and they're also quest content's really tough too because, you know, with a lot of mods, you have mechanics or gameplay or changes of that sort. When you start to get into like follower mods and quest mods, it gets my standards are like gnarly because now you're asking people to write and to voice act, and these are very tough. Like writing something, even starting out, like writing something that is believable and lands well, like writing is fucking hard, y'all. Like writing believable characters is like a very, very difficult thing to do. And then even if you have a great script, having, you know, voice acted delivery that's good as well is like really, really tough. So given that our goal is to make everything feel seamless and integrated and as though it could have been part of the main game, yeah, especially game writing, it's a medium where, unlike, you know, books or TV shows or movies or podcasts, whatever, the player has the ability to impact what's happening in the game world. I mean, I don't need to explain to you guys how difficult that can be from a writing perspective. Go and look at, you know, like Fallout New Vegas, the masterclass in contemporary open world writing, right? Where you can see how much work they had to do additionally to make the world reactive to what you do in it. And it's very, very tough. I think this is probably an area where modders have the biggest, you know, task in front of them, like difficulty in front of them. And yes, well, it's not like the fact that mods are doing it, like I would encourage anyone to do that. Like in a million years, that's like one of the best ways that you could possibly, you know, improve your skill. And like a lot of, I mean, arguably Wildlanders is too. A lot of modding is more amateur devs looking to both have fun by creating something and also looking to hone their skills at whatever it is they're doing. And I think it's great that people make all the quest mods and whatever for the experience that we are trying to build. Yeah, we're standing up, sorry. For the experience that we're trying to build, a lot of that stuff is tougher to include because we are trying to create this very consistent experience, and we want your suspension of disbelief to be maintained at all times if possible. And it's tougher to do that with a narrative. You know, it really, it's like so much needs to be perfect, and if you falter like at any point, it can have like a very high impact. And if anything, the fact that like we have all this other stuff that is like more seamless makes the stuff that is not as seamless stand out much, much more. Oh, also Bloodwolf, thank you for the resub if I did not catch that one. All right, let's finalize the setup. Thank you, Dubsize. I feel like quest mods are more believable than the ones in Skyrim. Well, I'm not sure if I agree with that. Or it depends on which quest mods you're talking about. Like, because there's a lot of quest mods I'm sure that I have not played, but a lot of what I have played, I would say, I think a lot of the quests in Skyrim are not exactly what you would call, like, immensely interesting. A lot of quests are usually variations on, you know, like, go here and kill a bunch of stuff, or go here and take an item, or whatever. So, like, pragmatically what you're doing in the quest is not all that engaging. But usually they're written competently. They don't break your suspension of disbelief. That is, like, arguably the biggest bit. Oh yeah, Forgotten City would be like an example of a quest mod that is, like, extremely well put together, that has incredible writing. It's also, frankly, I guess, an example of how a lot of these types of quest mods, you don't end up playing them more than once. You know what I mean? Yeah, believable for modern, believable in the context of vanilla Sky. I mean, that's how I treat it. That's kind of my definition. Here's the additional underwear, by the way. Hopefully this is, like, I don't know if this bothered anyone besides me. I just didn't want, like, people who played female characters to feel like their characters were just, you know, like, over-sexualized or hyper-sexualized, because, like, the men really aren't. And there's already kind of an issue with that with a lot of the NPC overhauls. Some of the characters are, like, a bit over-beautified. I've seen people be like, you know, it seems like a lot of the women are, like, ultra cuties compared to, you know, like a lot of the men who are just more standard. But, you know, I'm just kind of trying to get rid of that if I can. Yeah, so there we go. It's really, you know, not that big of a deal, but it just kind of, you know, just a little touch. It didn't take that much effort to do. All right, y'all, let's make a character. I've been talking about, I mean, before we get into this, is there any other questions, anything I've missed? You know what I mean? Any other input or stuff that you're curious about? Leap Day, what is up? Movement behavior overhaul. I'm not sure. I don't know about movement behavior overhaul, actually. What does that do? That is definitely planned, Kurtu. We are trying to, like, figure out if we can, I mean, I believe there's a way now to display the board to make it public, like our Jira Kanban board. Yeah, there is a known issues page. It doesn't keep up with, the logged bug reports, though. Yeah, that was our laundry. Rune, the Vector Plus account is it's for downloading high poly head. Unfortunately, we have to do that. Let's see here. Any way to see what buffs I apply to my followers in real time? That would be really cool, Arrow. I agree with you. I don't know of a way to do that. That would be really rad. We do not have a fix for that yet, SG, but we do have it logged. That one is interesting to me because, so people who have experienced the Frostfall UI bug, have you, like, when does this happen for you? Is it when you're talking to a vendor? Is it when you're talking, maybe when you're doing, like, Hone Metal? I can check that right now. Yes, Reveal, I would like to do a Let's Play right now. I have been just going crazy on development, and that is kind of where I will be, at least for the, you know, immediate future. There are obviously a lot of things that we would like to address in, like, the hotfix, and that's where I'm working on first. But eventually I'm gonna make, like, a new intro video. I'm gonna hopefully make a new Let's Play series. It's really not that hard to release, like, an hour video every week or something like that. Oh yeah, so the race menu issue, that is something that I hope will be fixed. That's something that's, like, a little bit outside of our ability to impact personally. Race menu did get an update, which I believe has been posted on Expired's Patreon. He's the author. They're the author. I don't know if it's he. I'm pretty sure, though. Hopefully, when we update, a lot of those things will be fixed. I do believe that the changelog mentions a few of the issues, and, you know, hopefully if they're listed there, it'll be fixed for us too. The thing about race menu is that it is extremely complicated. Like, even modders who are far bigger wizards than me, like, I know that when they go digging in race menu, it is... Are we back? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. What is going on? Hey, what is up, y'all? I'm sorry about that. I've never, not once have I experienced a BSOD with this little streaming PC that I have here, but that's 2 over the course of 1 stream. So clearly something's going on. I'll have to look into that in a little bit. I checked the memory too. It's all good. So hopefully, yeah, 3rd time's the charm. Fingers crossed. Let me get this out of here. We're still good. I got my MS Paint, of course. And yeah, all right, we in. All right, y'all. Well, that's... Keep, questions coming. I'll be able to answer them as we play. I don't have a ton of time today. I'm probably going to go till like 2:30, I want to say. So not that much time for gameplay. Maybe what I'll do is just console us up to be, a bit more beefy. And we can go kill some stuff. Community race menu. Oh, yeah. So I'd really like to add a bunch of the race menu presets. Really the only reason that I didn't add them before is because I didn't think of it until pretty late in the game. And... at that point, I didn't want to add anything new. We'd kind of like frozen development. I am going to... Anyway, follower summoner HP. Yes, I would really like... I mean, there's some tools out there, Nix, that do that. Yeah, thank you, Kurtu. There are some tools that allow you to visualize like the follower health. It's just that they work a little strangely with follower live package. I can look into that, though, because I agree that would be really nice. I also wonder what would happen if you suddenly start to have like a bajillion followers. At the very least, it'd be cool. What if you could, like, hit the favorites menu, since we have so much screen real estate in that menu to, like, show the follower stuff? There's not an ETA yet, Leap Day. We're trying to get it out ASAP. So, like, hopefully within a couple weeks. And even that would be, like, not, I would like for it to take less time than that. And maybe I'll just make sure it includes, like, the absolute essential fixes. But stay tuned. I don't want to... Even that is not a guarantee because, again, I'm just not at this point in the business of saying something's going to come out when I'm not confident about the release date yet. Okay, please excuse me. Let me do this now. We're going to do poll. And we're going to do what race? And we're going to... Let's see. I would say we very rarely play orcs. And we very rarely play Bretons, and we very rarely play Argonians. So why don't we do one of those 3? 2 minutes. Have fun, y'all. God, I can't read that. Blue. Latican. Nice. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much, Stream Elements, for not showing any of that. Maybe that's related. Maybe the fact that Stream Elements is borked is like... Stream Elements, are you BSODing my computer? Strange. That is true, Leap Day. Also, just FYI, we are really, really trying to keep the hotfix save friendly. So when we do release it, I can't guarantee this, of course, because it might change, but ideally, you will be able to use your same saves. When was the last time? I made a red guard not that long ago, did I not? I thought I did. I guess I play a lot of red guards personally, and maybe not on stream. But I thought I made a red guard maybe in the last video. I can't remember. Yeah, I play red guards a lot. They're really solid beginner characters, especially. They're just really... I kind of lean towards martial combat. And red guards are good at martial combat. Yeah, alchemy is definitely a little bit nerfed. Like, alchemy itself as a system does not have that many like balance changes at this point. That's going to be kind of in the future, but at the very least, I've like plugged a few of the holes that make it super easy to exploit at the moment. That would include the amount of vendor gold, and it includes the amount of resources that alchemists have at their disposal. So I think that'll make that quite a lot better. No, we got to get that music in here. Smithing is going to be what? Armory. Yes, new undies. A bit less over-sexualized, in my opinion, was the goal. Smithing's going to be nerfed? Does smithing need nerfing? Oh, thank you, Dubsize. Orc. Ooh. What was the spread, I wonder? Okay. I see you. Wow, okay, we got Orc 42%, Bretons 36, and Argonians 21. Pretty close between Bretons and Orcs. I mean, really, Argonians not that far behind either. Yeah, alchemy needs buffing, of course. If the Orc wins, can we go back and try and kill the dragon? Oh, God, Monica. Maybe. I do have a adrenaline rush. If I do it, though. Is there some bug fixes for forced brawls? This is the first we have heard of that bug, Mr. Paul, or at least me. You can be abused by crafting arrows, craft 500 arrows, get from level 21 to 58. Ooh, that's a bit much. Level 1 vampire content. Well, if I did that, that is actually, I would probably have to restart my character for that. Because we don't, that's another thing actually that I didn't mention, is adding back in the option for people to like super customize their starts with like non-standard things like non-dragonborn and like vampire or blah blah blah. That's something I would hopefully like to add in the hotfix. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Flavor roast chicken, glass noodles, and mixed fried vegetables. Hey, beautiful, Max. All right, well, let's see. We're gonna make an orc, and last time we had, it was like someone like this. Let's go. I'm gonna be a male orc this time. Let's see. Wow, look at that. Those eyes are a bit terrifying. How about this? Oh, look at those blonde eyelashes. How about that? Eye color. What if I did red? Oh, these ones are nice. No. I want that one. How about this? The making witch arrows levels smithing that quick. Is the Hall of Vigilance supposed to be blocked after being attacked? What do you mean blocked, Doomblades? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Kala Eyes is amazing. Zoog Zoog. I have no idea, Max. Oh, well, it's because it's destroyed, right, Doom? That I do believe is Dawn Guard. Thank you, Zerpy. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Female orcs have kind of silly hairstyles. Oh, I think every race has access to all the different hairstyles. So there are definitely some hairstyles that would be strange. Let's see. Like this. She's beautiful. Beautiful orc hair. Oh, weird. Oh, you know what? I think there was a report about this. It's something about the, like the old building is still like somewhat visible. I think that's like an issue with no snow under the roofs. Hey Lizzie, how you doing? Orcs are beautiful too. They are. Look at her. Got that orc hair. Oh shit. I gotta change my eyes back. Eye color. It doesn't really matter that much. Ooh, I like this one. Let's go with that. There it is. Finish and name your character. What was his name? What's a good orc name? What's the good orc naming mechanics? Shield bash training dummy and prepare for lulls. What happens there, Greed? Oh, whoops. Oh, that's another thing that I should talk about is we're really trying to get ultra-wide support in there. Zoog Zoog. That's right. There you go. Beautiful. Now here, hyphenated. Why don't I do this? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different hair options in there. Some of them will look pretty crazy. Zuggy Stardust. I love it. Well, it's the building itself, I believe, is supposed to be inaccessible. So, as it's supposed to look just straight broken. That's like the only thing. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, is there? Okay, well here, let's do this. Last time I did this and it fixed the delay. Hold up. NDI. All right, here we go. Broken. Hello, are we back? Is it synced now? No, we did not BSOD this time. This time I intentionally made the change. You level shield bashing and dumb me to 100 in less than 30 minutes? Oh my god, that's cool. Beautiful. We'll have to fix that. Alright, cool. Might be. Okay, for our background, what's our background? What's the background, y'all? What's it gonna be? Got a lot of different options. Warrior? I mean, warrior's a good answer. Acrobat. Those are two nearly opposite. Witch Hunter sounds pretty cool. Witch Hunter. Witch Hunters are dedicated to rooting out and destroying the perverted practices of dark cults and profane sorcery. Ooh. Alchemy, destruction, lockpicking. What's really funny is, like, if you try and kill any of these things, like, right off the beginning of the game, you will be in trouble. Wow, I've got a lot of... I mean, I'm feeling a Witch Hunter right now, right? Alchemy, destruction, lockpicking, marksman, one-handed, sneak. At the very... I mean, the rest of these are not, like, really great for orcs, but you can do this sort of stuff. Orcerer. Hilarious. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, exploits are exploits. You gotta be patched. A lot of people, I think, have the philosophy on, like, balance or exploits is like, oh, it's a single player game, like, don't do it, which I understand to a degree, but I'm also like, if something just straight up doesn't make sense and if you can fix it, like if something's very obviously like a bug with like the amount of XP rate you get from like a certain thing being crafted, or if you're shield bashing, you know, what's it called, you're supposed to be able to shield bash that, like, you're right, that's role playing. The fact that it's leveling you up like crazy is very clearly not intended, and it should be something that people fix, in my opinion, or like I would like to fix it. Yes, only features. Okay, let's see here. Well, anything that you console in, I wouldn't call that an exploit. An exploit would be more like something that has fallen through the cracks of the base game's balance, which is difficult to, or it's easy for that to happen because you have a very complex series of systems all interacting. This is a feature safe space. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing to consider is that a lot of, like, I mean, something like that, like shield bashing, anyone's gonna come across that, but a lot of the gnarliest exploits are, like, kind of fall within the purview of metagamers who know about this stuff. I think that a lot of the users that we get, they're brand new to all of it, so they don't understand that stuff yet, which is good, because it gives us time to fix it without them figuring it out. Alright, this we're gonna have to figure out. If we're doing destruction, it might be nice to have additional magicka. You know what sucks about a witch hunter is that I have both marksman and destruction. Maybe we get some touch spells though, that would be cool. Maybe destruction, but we're like an up close, like, bow, like, light your bum on fire from close range. Excuse me. Stamina's always good too. I feel like for these basic characters, for something that is almost inherently a cross class, you do, I think, want a pretty strong bonus to one of the attributes. So I don't know. The lady is always my go-to for this sort of thing. The runes plus marksman. That is true, agreed. I forget about runes sometimes. Well, why don't we do this? Since we're probably not going to get a lot of magic. Or maybe we can if we find clothes. I mean, I also have, like, what, 40 minutes, so I should just hurry this up. We'll go with mage at first. So, yeah, exactly. So we can at least do, like, a little bit. And where are we going to start, y'all? We can do crossing the border. We can do surviving the wilds. I kind of want to survive the wilds. What if I survive the wilds in Windhelm? How about that? Select difficulty standard, of course. Of course. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, here's the little addition that you get, right? Give you 6 perks, give you controls, F11. Best of luck. That's a spider. Everyone, if you've got arachnophobia, look away. That is true. I kind of want to remove the stone switching restrictions. I would rather just give, like, I think it's kind of fun if, you know, switching stones comes with some sort of cost, but I don't like that you can't switch between them, like, at all. Listen to that, y'all. Oh, look, the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. We're going full immersion. What's our character's backstory? Okay, we're surviving the wilds. That means, hold on just a moment here. Value. And that's honestly pretty good. Why does it not know this one? It's a soup. Of course. Woke up in the wild with no previous memory. Ooh, I like this. Amnesia. So where the fuck am I? We are an orc witch hunter. So there's a town over yonder. Huh. What about this? He's over there. He's a sand orc. Dad's a muggle, mum's a witch. Remembers only one word, Helgen, huh? How did he end up over here, I wonder? It's like, do I remember dragons? Were there dragons about? Hello.
Everything all right?
No.
All right then.
I don't know my name, but I must kill every witch in Skyrim. Let's see. Okay, here's our character's backstory. We arrived in Skyrim because we'd heard of a bunch of vampires. Let's say that actually our character's parents were vampire hunters, and they left us behind in what's it called, in Orsimer, and so we've traveled to Skyrim in order to try and find them because we've heard that the vampire situation is worsening, and now we're finally of age, so we're gonna come and help Mom and Dad. We're gonna show them that we could have helped the whole time, and that it was wrong to leave us behind in Orsimer because we miss them and we're sad, and we gotta find them and kill some witches. So how about this? My character maybe is a goody two-shoes in the sense that he wants to kill. God, those LODs really leave a lot to be desired, don't they? Those pine LODs from speed trees. We're a goody two-shoes in the sense that we're trying to kill vampires, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's for some altruistic reason. It's more because that's like the family trade. And how about this? Our character's kind of maybe a little bit of an asshole. Maybe got some Wraithen energy going on, where, you know, he's pretty pissed at his parents for leaving him behind. He wasn't weak. He was strong enough to help them and join them, and they just left him behind like he was nothing. At least that's what he tells himself outwardly. Internally, he just feels abandoned, and he's angry at his parents, and he misses them and doesn't want to believe that he was too weak or that they were making the right decision by leaving him behind. Sound like Winchester from Supernatural. I've only seen episodes of Supernatural that played at the gym, but it looked cool. I know there's a huge, yeah, emo teenage orc, exactly. He looks older, but that's just because he's, you know, he's like buff. He's pretty decent at fighting. He's okay at fighting. But beneath this gruff exterior lies the sensitive heart of a young boy still. Ah, you must be the Belmont. Best line. It's like, what the hell is that? So the LEDs don't look that bad over there because they're catching the light in a cool way. Over here, not so much. Not amazing. He recites emo poems as he fights. I love it. Alright, well. So let's just say he's arrived in this area, and he's, you know, he's I guess maybe he visited that town already. He found everyone to be pretty nice, and so now he's just kind of hanging out here, trying to make a little bit of a base for himself. Treasure Planet. So this is the highest quality Dindulad Ori, unfortunately, because Speed Trees does not have like amazing LODs. I'm pretty sure this is the best Dindulad can do. I could be wrong about that. Well, so we have Happy Little Trees for the snow and for the aspens. The reason I left Speed Trees for the pines is because I really, really love them. I just think they look amazing. And if I use Happy Little Trees, which easily has much, much better 3D LODs, then that'll solve that problem. Uh-oh.
Unless you've come to pay a ransom, turn around and walk away.
He's never killed a real human before. Yeah, no kidding. I've got nothing to prepare myself with. How about this? Here's my craftsmanship. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of like the book requirements too for smithing. I'm not really sure if I want those. Yeah, I think, well, it's because I feel like it has to generate it from the models. Yeah, I mean, that's the other benefit to going purely with Happy Little Trees, is that the performance would increase even further. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we could do that, Lizzie, although then it's more of a question of what the books are for. 'Cause I don't believe they train the skill. How about this? Well, let's get ourselves some armor, eh? Let's do some hunting. I see that goat up there. Oh, really, Lizzie? Yeah, that shit sucks, Nostalgic Chef. Yeah, perk points are not something I've ever been super stoked on, if I'm honest. It's something we've evaluated. Oh, I guess I should write that in my little list of mechanical changes, but like the leveling changes, that counts as mechanics. That's like the biggest mechanic there is. You could do that, Lizzie. It's just like, at that point, we just really need to think about how all of the recipes should work, because it also needs to be like intuitive and easy to understand at a glance. Give me that. I see you. I want that leather. Yeah, or you could have the available. It's just weird that you have like one set of perks that require books and none of the other ones. I mean, really just in general, the leveling system needs some reevaluation. You guys have heard me talk about this like a bajillion times, about how leveling is just kind of weird with like the perk system. I feel like it's halfway there. I really like the idea that Elder Scrolls leveling allows you to just kind of level by doing, which to me is like the coolest. I like that you can now read to like level up your skills. It's just like perks are kind of this, the one step that we were trying to do, right, was having all of the perks be individualized to each skill. Give me that. Oi. So that at the very least, you know, the perks that you get from alchemy can't be used in one-handed. You guys have heard me say that like a million times. But I don't know. Recipes are another like difficult area for crafting. They're kind of like weird. Beautiful. Give me that. Where'd that fucking goat go? I think it's a cool mod, Braven, but it's kind of... What I like about it is that you gain experience for just doing anything, right? Like existing in the world, just doing all the different stuff that you would naturally be doing. The part that I'm not as keen on is that you cannot like level. It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like you level up with experience, and then you get perk points based on that. I actually need more insight into how it works. I can't really remember off the top of my head. I just know that you... Okay, and how did the skill ups work? Oh, shit. You guys see that? Look, we just killed a rabbit. It was totally us. Take it over there. Oh, it's funny, Praxis, because two-handed I always play in first person. Skills proceed as normal, just divorce some character levels. Yeah, like, I don't dislike that. I mean, frankly, what I would like to do, if I'm honest, is just get rid of character levels entirely. I would prefer to have just skills be something that you train, and then you get, you know, your perks or whatever it's going to be for those. And pick that up. And I would prefer if your attributes and just anything that normally gets leveled up through, like, the overall character levels gets just, you know, leveled up through use, same way as skills. Remove skill increases are like normal. They don't increase your character level. Well, I mean, that's certainly better, I think, than the system we've got going now. Is that another dead rabbit? Oh, hello. Check this out. Oh, he didn't see me yet. Now he saw me.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Do I look like I have any money?
Yes, actually. You look like you're lousy with gold. I'm not gonna ask again.
Here, just take it.
What a coward. Didn't even put up a proper fight.
Okay, really fast here. What we're gonna do is put a point into marksman. And what's ranger? Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna put a point into, I mean, really, I don't need anything else. I'm gonna do this though. Brother, you better leave.
Be careful.
Wow, I can't believe I just missed that. Are you just gonna hang out here? Have you sold my stuff?
Need something?
Say, hand over your value. Wait, okay, wait.
Right,
we have to do this.
Think you can steal from
It's like,
me?
no, I'm counter mugging him.
Help me! Help me!
Did it work? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Magic effect starting. I missed again. I'm about to kill you.
I yield. I yield.
I keep missing. No, I got him. Hilarious.
No more. I yield.
I'm not gonna yield to you. Okay, wait, actually, will this count as like requiems? That would be really cool. I don't think so though.
No more.
No, it does not.
I yield. I yield.
He's not gonna attack me if I scare him into submission. I missed again. God damn. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's an actual problem. Go kill him, not me. Ow. Wow, that's not working. So I have no more stuff. Now I need magic. Give me my magic. Oh shit, I don't have any magic. Hold on. That's right. See, even I'm not used to the changes. Alright, destruction 15. Gimme. And then I want fire sparks. And I want ice wind. Now take this. You ready? I favorite all of these. No, fire sparks. Gotcha. I'm not gonna pick that up. Yeah, sure, Zerpy. Nope, not yet, Lizzie, although we did have a very long discussion on how I was likely going to change. I'm going to roast you alive, my friend. Magic effect ending. That's got to be, I guess, immersive speechcraft. I don't know why those are displaying all of a sudden. Yeah, give me that. This is my cash. And give me this and that. And I'm going to equip all these things. Yes, thank you. Thank you. This. And I guess that's it. Lizzie is a dedicated control on crouch person. You know, I can pick this up too. No, I can't. It's too heavy. Makes sense. I'm lugging around a goat. Nah. See you, goat. Goodbye. I'm going to take this guy. Where'd he go? Where is he? Haha, I see you. I'm sorry, my Argonian friend. Whoa! See ya! Whoa! Oh, actually, fuck, I wanted to see him go. Where'd he go? Imagine if you're someone down there having a little dip. Oh, there he is. Oh, where's, How about this? You guys want to do something? Well, I'm really not doing great in terms of health and yada yada. I have blue mountain flowers. Do I have alchemy too? I think it said I did. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a point in alchemy. And then now I'm gonna make myself a healing poultice. I need some medicinal salve. Please. For 5. And then I'm gonna break down my stuff and make a bandage. Yes, please. And then I'm gonna make a healing poultice. Thank you. Got it. And now I'm gonna use my healing poultice. Oh, I do have a potion. I don't want to use it though. What? Dyes are just for clothes as of now, Kai. You just use them in dyeing different clothing items. I would like to add a dye system to like all the different, you know, armors and shit, but it would be complex. Well, now I got all this stuff. I don't know what to. I guess what time is it? 11:20. You can process it here. Say field dress. It's gonna take a while though. 12:30. And then now, what do I want the most? I guess if I'm a budding alchemist, I am a witch hunter, as one does. Let's get some ingredients. I'm thirsty though. That's some useful. Ooh, animal fat. That's really useful. Animal bone large. I like it. Anything I can make with that? Off the top, tinder. Nope. I really need to move these as well. Glass bottle. I don't need that right now. Is ebony the best pre-Daedric? Oh yeah, it's very cool. Yes, ebony is really good. I would say so. And we could probably use some meat since we have it here. Butcher meat. All right, 311. Amber is the color of your energy. Ooh, that looks really nice. Investigate 311. Okay. Not a bad day. Ooh. Poor Horkers. Horkers hit hard if you let them get close. Usually it's not too hard to, like, keep them away. Let's see what else we got. What other... Oh, you know what else sucks? Like, so any plans for pickpocket after playing Kingdom Come Deliverance? I think that's what that percentage... How does pickpocketing work in KCD? Again, hold on. I'm going to lower this. My back's getting tired. Go this way. I agree that like a percent chance to be successful is not the most interesting system. Oh yeah, but we might be somewhat limited. If there are any mods that try to take a look at it, I can look at those. Let's see here. Gimme. It's kind of nice having what's it called, Darkwater Crossing nearby. I probably don't want to venture too far from it. Although, again, we have, what, 20 minutes left, so how much can I do? How about this? Fuck this, then. We're not even going to bother to do early game. Let's do a dungeon. What would you guys like to do? What do you think? We have 20 minutes. Let's do something that I can do really intensely. Let's fight that dragon, or let's see if we crash again when we do it. Valtheim Towers, that's a fun one. Why don't we do that? Help. Okay, well, then here's what we're going to do. If that's the case, we'll do it destruction, and we will advanced skill destruction by 10,000. See where that puts me. Not great. We're gonna up that to. Watch what happens if I do this. 100,000. Now I'm gonna be like 50. Yep, 52. Okay, cool. That's good. And we're gonna do Magicka. A lot more Magicka, please. Because we're a mage. It's not just a phase, Mom. Powered elements. Nope, don't want that. Not right now. Apprentice Destruction. We're going to get our Fire Rune, of course. We're going to get a Fire Bolt. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Straight up Fire Rune. Ice Rune would be really cool. Hey, thanks for the follow. Have I missed any subs? I hope not. My shit is broken. I guess I can try and... the problem is I'm not going to have enough Magicka to... unless... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's do Pyromancy as well. Nice. Alright, we got hella fire damage. And we're going to put some points in Alteration, actually. Mage Armor. And I guess Absorbent Grasp, who cares? So at least we got that. Then, I'm going to do Evasion as well. So we're going to be even more protected, hopefully. A little bit. By 10,000? Where does that put me? Oops, sorry. Light Armor. I'm going to do this fast. I'm going to do more Magicka. And then I'm going to do... Yes. Thank you. Nope, that one's broken right now. What else we got? Can't do these. Nope. Ah, I want that. Okay, hold on. Magicka. More. Look, I'm just leveling up. Why does anyone even bother to train their skills? They could just do this. You know? Haha. Oh, shit. No. Dexterity. Agile spellcasting. Cool. Oopsie. Now we're cooking with fire. Pickpocket, speech, alchemy. Destruction. This might be... I mean, this would be pretty ballsy to try and take on... what's it called at this point? Rune Master would be nice. Can I do it? I can. No, I can't. Why can't I? Do I need both of these? I should have... Why can't I do this? Yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of it. In fact, you know what? I need to do that. Just give me a second here. Because I actually do not like that mechanic, the bow breaking mechanic. Or at the very least, here's what I'll do. I'll say create, and I'll say re-evaluate which bows break on hit. Put that in this epic. That'll probably take me, we'll call it 2 story points. Medium is fine. Because I agree some of that stuff is donked. Yeah, more starting locations is definitely coming in the future. That's just kind of like a not a hotfix priority, I would say. Yes, the VOD will be up. Sherlocked. I don't know why I can't take Rune Mastery, but it doesn't really matter that much anyway. Let's see here. Let me give myself this health potion, and then I'm going to... That's weird, Max. I could get 8-up destruction, I suppose. I have all these perks. Why not? If we're going to go pure... It's 8-up destruction. Okay, flame... Ooh, flame cloak. That could be cool. Venomous spray. Fireball. You gotta have fireball, 'cause it's just too fucking cool. Flame cloak is really good too, to be honest. Alright, we're going to be a fire mage. We're going nuts. That's weird, Bambi. Let's see. Alteration, chanting, heavy armor. One-handed, I guess. But no, I'm not even gonna bother. Okay, honestly, this might be enough. What we'd also need, I probably shouldn't even have bothered putting points in evasion, but I can, let's say, Elven armor, no, Elven cuirass of, add item, major destruction. There we go. How about that? 7342731. I bet you this will be enough to do it. I'm not the best. Wow, that looks... See, these angles, the LODs for speed trees, they look absolutely fine. They look really pretty. It's just when the thing... If you look too closely at, like, that, for example. We're not quite sure yet, Zoraza, what the update process is going to be. We know that we're not going to, like, automatically overwrite anyone's installations, just in case. But stay tuned. We'll have more information on that for you. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, so we learned about that issue with NECR as well. That's really a problem. We're going to try and see if we can fix that. Apparently, if you're in combat, it just crashes.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back.
Still great sort of cowardice.
Are you good? Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
Alright, weirdo. I don't even care about your stupid thing going on here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's pretty odd. I have not Paris. It's kind of like, I'm not sure if anyone's gonna bother. The thing about speed trees is that it's a really kind of, it's in like a very weird spot. Oh, this will give me a chance to test that E&B. Rain wet surfaces. This is just for this weather though. I mean, I could do that. Wet surfaces. I'm not going to bother with this right now. Suffice to say, we're probably going to turn that down somehow. Like this business that's happening, where everything's just a bit like, there it is. There it goes. Very shiny. Skyrim Souls is a big maybe, Sherlock. Like, maybe I could turn it on for certain things, but in general, I don't know. The interface can be quite a lot to wrestle with, and the reason I left it out is because I don't super like punishing players. Like, going into, okay, like, here's what I would do. I'd probably either leave it frozen or slow it down massively for when you're, in the favorites menu, like this. But leave it unfrozen for the inventory. Like, I would consider this analogous to kind of like working through your pack or something like that, right? So maybe. It's a maybe. Because it's like, the issue that I have with it is like, okay, it makes sense that getting into like your backpack or like, you know, all of your shit would kind of preoccupy your player, and maybe in that sense it makes sense that diegetically time is not frozen, but also I want to be very careful in like creating this scenario where your ability to kind of menu, oh my god, that's a troll, determines how good you are at surviving. You know what I mean? It's a tricky scenario for sure. Well, bad day for this troll. We are about the worst thing that he could go up against. Probably shouldn't even bother. Just with fire level. How about this, my friend? That's actually not worth the magic expenditure. Yeah, okay, here's what we're doing. Kite it. Make sure he still is selling fire. And then, whoa, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight. Honestly, fire sparks is probably the way to go here. Oh my god, bro, are you kidding me? Fuck off. Asshole. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, well, I can't really say I'm super upset. Wow, this really is still tough. Just gotta stay close. Ooh, that was close. There he goes. What a dickhead. It's like, bro, I got bigger problems right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. Give me a healing focus. Dick. Okay. So now, alright. Yeah, I got him barely. Like, that asshole came up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to player dot. I need a potion shortcut. Help. Potion of healing? No, restore health. That's what it is. Play that out. Let's go. 5. And then get a nice little potion. And we'll help potion of restore M. And help potion of restore. So there we go. Thanks for hanging out, Cyrus. Yeah, that guy's... I mean, I should have known that that guy was coming because he always shows up after the other guy comes and talks to you. What are we going to do? Valtheim. There we go. Yeah. Fun fact. Well, I'm probably going to save anyway. Let's see how far we make it. I can try and do it DID since I have to end the stream anyway. So... good weather. We want a nice, beautiful sunset while we take these guys on. I'll save it. And let's kind of make a plan here. Berserker Rage, I definitely am going to want. Flame Cloak is pretty good. Mage Armor, I definitely want. Ideally, I want that dual casted. In fact, can I alteration myself? I don't have enough for the dual casting perk. Nope. Alright, well, fuck it. Here we go. Let me... Alright, I'll just do this. Just cast it now. Nice and easy. Generate health. And check this out. He who dares wins. Alright, that person's already... Oh, I missed. Doesn't it? I missed twice. Come on. Ow, and then I got shot in the face. That might... Yeah. With a lot of these guys, one of these hits is going to be enough to scare them off. I got to be careful, because they might come after me. Ow! God damn. Oh, shit. Oh, that guy's... Whoa! Okay. God damn it. There you go. Frankly, that was horrendous. So we're going to try that again. Valtheim is so iconic, Requiem. Hey, Sheep, how you doing? What's up, mate? I was actually going to end the stream not too long, but for a... Oh, okay, cool. We're crashed. There we go. Wonderful. What a way to end it. And that... Hey, well, there we go, too. Now I have an example of one of the crashes that people are getting when they're trying to load a save, right? So there we go. Yeah, wonderful, isn't it? Thank you so much for the sub, Sherlock. Yeah, the reason that I know that Valtheim is Valtheim Keep when you're consoling to it instead of Valtheim Towers is because I've been over here so many times. Just one of those things that you pick up on. Yeah, I do be like that. Can I get an F in chat, please, for this wonderful crash that we've just experienced? We'll take on Val. I think that with all the tools that we've given ourselves, I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think that between all the fire spells, we should be able to do it. It's going to be a tough fight, though. There's just so many fucking people in Valtheim Towers. How you doing, Sheep? Thanks for the tweet the other day. I really appreciated that. It was really cool to see that you were enjoying yourself. 3 CDD and Halt Stream Mine. That's not good. I'm wondering if it's not because of the way I have the saves set. Like, it's definitely something's weird is going on there. Yeah, it's... I swear to God, Valtheim Towers is like a clown car of bandits. They just keep coming. You think that you're done, and then there's like 40 more. So really, if we want to... Huh, okay, well, we got to look into that. Yes, Shessen's infamous loading screen, which probably... I should disable it. It's not exactly what you'd call immersive, but I have a hard time doing that because... I don't know. Shessen's cool, and Dindulat is cool, and I kind of want to keep it. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry, Wolf. I completely forgot to announce it. We were going to be doing... I should have done this at the beginning of the stream. I apologize. We are going to do a giveaway. This was Wolf's idea. When we release the hotfix, which is TBD, as I said earlier, we are going to do a giveaway of Nexus Premium to try and help the people who don't have Premium get the, the quicker download. So I'll be, the hotfix is going to be a hot second. That's got to be... Does that qualify as a pun? Who can say? But when we do it, we'll make sure that everyone knows about the announcement and the giveaway, and we're going to have... I don't know. We're not quite sure how we're going to do the applications yet. Wolf was mentioning that on Phoenix's server, they have like a bot that helps them do stuff like this, so I'll ask her and see what her suggestions might be. Yeah, having Nexus Premium permanently really is kind of like the thing. Otherwise, I think the move to do is just buy it whenever there's an update if you need it. I mean, really, if you already have it and you already have your downloads, you don't really need it that badly. But we will be having a giveaway of as many Nexus Premium memberships as we can, so keep an eye out for that, and we will let you know more as we go. Okay, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's someone over there. 5. Frankly, the spot to be. Let's climb up on this this mountain. Ugh, this is not going to be the... There's actually a good way to get up on top of this mountain, and this is not the way. Kind of do it. Yes, that is how it works, sheep. Oof. Come on. I would very much like to, Macmora. I definitely plan on doing another Let's Play. I'm just so focused on this initial hotfix right now and just fixing any of the issues that people found with the initial build. Oh my god. Please, if I have to... Here, how about this? If I already consoled myself stuff. Look, just pretend I'm climbing with the climbing mechanic that I would like to add. There sort of is a path going around, or is that sarcasm? Because you're right, you can go this way. Okay, here we go. I'm a horse now. Yes, exactly. Oof. Dense brush. Okay, we're gonna make another save. I could do hotfix dev streams. I've just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm, oh, sorry about that, Max. Yeah, the Giants camp is, like, over yonder, I want to say. That would be kind of fun to, like, kite them into it. Alright, just in case I get hit with a... Oh, did I not favorite? There we go. In case I get hit, I'm going to throw that in. Oh, that's not the right thingy. I'm going to make Fireball 1. This can be 2. Fire Room, maybe 3. No, actually, hold on just a moment. Yeah, this is going to be Fireball. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take out this guy first. Ooh. Boom! Got him. Yeah, Chain Lightning is great for Valheim. Valtheim? Who knows? Valheim is the game. Valheim. Ooh! You love to see it. Oh, was I using Firebolt before? That would explain it. Better watch out. Oof! Rain down Hellfire. Sheep. So, just FYI, mages are really insane to play. The power curve on mages is a lot more disparate, I guess you might say, than martial characters, in the sense that they can be really tough early game, and by the time you are like, even like mid game, depending on how you build yourself, you can just be like, oh god, crazy powerful. It can be super, super fun. I'd say that I've never felt more badass than... Whoa! In fact, actually, I don't want to use this. I want to use Fire Sparks here. I've never felt more badass than when I have been a super powerful mage. Alright, you ran away. Fuck you. I don't want you, like, sneaking up behind me, excuse me. Hey, what's up, Nico? Oh, I'm glad that's been your experience, Thalian. I know that, like, when I was first showing off the graphic lineup, etc., that people were worried. I was worried too that the performance would be difficult, but I really tried my best to make it performant and pretty. So the reports that we've gotten from people with less powerful hardware talking about the game running well for them, that's been like among my favorite thing to see. Fireball, please. And I can't, oh, I can see this person. Let's climb on top of this lay epic ridge. Oh, here we go. Oh, slipping. Boom! He's like, what the fuck? I would do it, Monique. I'm even thinking about doing it because you can see the grass stops over there. I think that we get away with it because the... Oh! Oof! Direct hit. We get away with it because the textures are good. But basically, I didn't want to include a... Oh, gotcha sheep. Oh, that is so cool. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Lazarus. Okay, I see. I figured it out. The grass cache is pretty large. It adds quite a lot of... I think it's something like 4 gigs, maybe even more than that. So I thought about it, but the issue is that right now... Actually, you know what? I can probably hit this guy from here. Let's see. Boom! Oh, that's Elsie. There she is. I want to make another save, just in case. The issue is that we don't yet have a way to kind of selectively not download things for people who aren't going to use them. So it's like even if... Oh, hello. Even if you aren't going to use the grass cache, you'd still have to download it. Is it really? Okay, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I will do it. I see you guys over there. I shoot through this without blowing myself up. I can. I missed, though. Look how many fucking people are over there. Uh-oh. Come on, then. Yeah, okay, they really don't stand a chance. The fact that I... Uh-oh. Whoa! Gotcha. Ow. Ow. Well, it just shows you how quickly... Okay, hold on a second. I need, mage armor. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, done. Told you. Hoya! I say my favorite feature of the mod pack is that most players might not necessarily know about. That is a good question. I would say the follower mechanics, perhaps. Wait. Yeah, there's so many. I'm trying to see if anyone's trying to shoot at me. Hello? Where am I? The follower mechanics I worked really, really hard on. Okay, so someone's still lodging there. Whoa! God! Okay, that's why we put the mage armor on. Boom. The follower mechanics are really... There's a lot to them. I think they're super fun. I think they really breathe a lot of life into followers. You can do a lot of really cool stuff, like set them up in formations, and generally speaking... Oh, I did not mean to do that. They are generally just a lot more human in their behavior. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. Oh, hello. God, I love area of effect spells. So I would say that's one of them. The other one I would say maybe the crafting and the breakdown. There's a lot of survival mechanics with the crafting and the breakdown menu that people are not necessarily aware of. A lot of these things I really hope to assuage with our wiki, our upcoming wiki. That's something that obviously is less of a priority than getting this hotfix out and kind of addressing some of the issues that people have been having there. But those are big ones, I would say. Tutorialization is really difficult with like a large-scale mod pack like this. I mean, I'm sure preaching to the choir. There's just a ton of features that it can feel very overwhelming at first. That's something that we hope to fix. But those would... Yeah. So the wiki is going to be... My plan for the wiki is to get it out as soon as possible. I've kind of been doing some preliminary stuff in tandem with the hotfix so that it's not, you know, only working on this one thing and then starting work on the wiki. The whole goal with the wiki is that we'll have enough users to kind of take some of the largest parts of the... Uh-oh, hold on. Sorry, let me just take care of this real fast. Just that they can help us with what would otherwise be like a very large workload, right? Ah. Oh, he was tougher. Anyone else? Yeah, I think that should be a lot of fun. I'm telling you, Wolf, Oh, I'm really glad, Sheep. That is all... Pretty much that entire thing was written by our support lead, Lizzie. So I'm glad that we have that. Frankly, without her documentation and her work, I wouldn't even have felt comfortable launching. But thanks to her, we were able to get at least, you know, a fair degree of tutorialization in there. I think... Is that everybody? I mean, I think I killed Elsie. Oh, God. Oh, he's running now. Brother, you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm hesitant to let you live because you might turn on me. Well, here. Do you want to be nice? Y'all, decide his fate. I'll loot him.
Victory is yours.
I know. Give me your stuff. Take your money. And take your meat. That feels like disrespect. You better not turn on me, though. Take his weapons. Good idea. Give me that. Now you're gonna have to punch me. You better not. Oh, shit. Did I knock the... No, I was gonna end the stream by going through the... Death Becomes Him. I was gonna end the stream by going through her journal. Is it here? No, it's the Black Arrow. Good book, though. Maybe it's on Elsie's corpse? I hope I didn't yeet it off the side of the mountain. Wolf, what I was gonna say is that, that mage armor is literally the reason that we survived that arrow. I love stuff like that, though. Here's Elsie. I think I did. I think I literally must have yeeted the journal, like, off of the tower with that first fireball. Very high chance. She does not have it on her. Well, we can fix that. Funny how you can entirely miss out on that, though, if you... Oh, really, Monique? Were you didn't happen to be using area of effect spells, were you? Because if it's not there, that's a problem. I didn't want to cry. Oh, I'll help. Here's what we're going to do. If we can't find it up here, I'm going to console it to us so we can read it anyway. I've read it before on stream, but it really just is so good, and I think it's an example of the... Just like the world that Requiem builds is just so impressive to me sometimes. Alright, well, let's do it. Here we go. Prepare to cry. Nope. Help Elsie for book. What? What would it be called then if it's not called Elsie's journal? Anyone know? Is it just gone? Where is this thing? Oh, yo, thank you for the cheer, Latikin. Much appreciated. Oh, wait, that's the... God, this thing is literally like 3 hours behind my stream elements. Logbook. Well, this is a shame. Thanks so much for hanging out, Jasmine. Great to hear from you as always. Alright, well, if we can't find it here, maybe it's... Something might be going wrong. Here, let me log a ticket for this too. Because this is important. This is some shit. Say... Elsie's journal? Isn't there? Question? Priority. Highest. Story points. 1. And... Alright, that'll do it. No. Epic. Hotfix. Yeah, it does, but you would think her name, because it's... If I'm doing this, say, Elsie, for book, that it should show up there, for sure. I guess I could look through here, and it might be called something different. But, you know what? And it would also probably be Requiem. I can just find it online. Game-breaking bug. Yeah, it's very possible that I just yeeted it. Okay, let's see here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll go Requiem LC the Spiker Journal. Is it online anywhere? I hope so. Her letters, they're so good. If I can't get a hold of this. All right, well, here's what I'll do then. It's nowhere, really? Okay, well, I know how to find it then. I'll just go into the enchanted bow, wasn't there? Wasn't it? Oh, you're probably right. Well, I'll check on it either way, but here's what we can do. I am going to open up Xedit on the back end, and we need the music to set the atmosphere. I'm a bit late, but that's okay. It's worth it. Okay. Oh, that's true. How about that? That's an even better idea. What about this? Make a save right here. Really, it's all the same. I'll load this one. Oh, I know. I don't know if I already did it there. Here, I've definitely not done it. Our letters, but hopefully it doesn't crash when we load the save. Oh, thank God. You guys hear that goat? Kill all. Look, we did it. TCL. Oops. There we go. All right, let's see. BAT fast. Now we're fast. It's still not here. She's here. This guy's up there. And the enchanted bow's not here either. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can see here if anything's affecting it. Let's go into Requiem and then book. Sort by name. E maybe? LC? Faded note, book, trainer's guide. I don't know what the heck it's called. It's going to make it hard to find. Letter to Harold. Valtheim Boss Journal. Okay, here we go. That I can do. Actually, here, let's do this. It is 8148 CBOC. Actually, that's hard to do. Letter, say, Harold. Is it 1R? There we go. Player.add item 148 CBOC1. So this is what we're supposed to be able to find here. I don't know why it's not there. I will check on it. Can confirm online. That's so weird. Yeah, it actually might be the laundry. It might be something to do with that. The reference could be overwritten. I mean, it's supposed to be there. So, I don't know. Very odd. I'll figure it out, though. Yes. Okay. Are y'all ready? Everyone ready to cry before we end the stream? It's possible, Finn, but it's... I don't know. Like, I haven't cast any fireballs yet on this build. All right, y'all. Here we go. This is a... Oh, and now we can confirm how difficult it is to read the handwriting font. Okay. Here we go. Loridas, 29th, 2nd Seed, 4th Era 201. Dear Harold, we're finally safe, and I have a moment to write. The soldiers took everything in our farm. I don't even know which side they were on. They left us nothing, and I didn't like the way they were looking at Anya, so we had to go. I don't know when I'll get the chance to send this. We found some abandoned towers bridging the river near Whiterun, and we're settling here for the night. I think the trolls have lost our scent. I can hear them sniffling outside, but we barricaded the door and they can't get in. They and Anya are well, and they send their love. Yours forever, Elsie. Turdas, 3rd mid-year 4E 201. Dear Harold, more refugees have come here. They're starving, but some of them have weapons, so we went out hunting. There were a few rabbits and some wolves that we avoided. A merchant passed through today. He had plenty of food, but he wouldn't even share a mouthful with us. I hope the trolls get him. Thala and Anya say they miss you. I hope I get a chance to send these letters so that you know where we are. Then you can join us. Yours forever, Elsie. Oh, seeing like the yours forever and like all my love and all that kind of stuff. That's tough. Sundas, 13th mid-year, 4th Era 201. Dear Harold, we were hunting today. Thala was attacked by a wolf hidden in the long grass, and she's badly hurt. The wound is infected. We have nothing here, no medicines or anything. I'm so afraid. Anya is crying. She's scared too, for all of us. There are 8 of us here now, but we never have enough to eat, and the nights are cold. More merchants came by. The prices they charge are so high. I can't afford even a healing potion for Thala. I don't know what we're going to do. I think of you often. If I get a chance, I'll go to Whiterun and send these letters. But for now, I have to look after Thala. Yours forever, Elsie. Sundas, 20th mid-year, 4th era 201. Dear Harold, today I killed a man. It was one of the merchants coming past the road. His bag was full of medicines, and when I asked him, he showed me and laughed at me when I begged him to lower the price. Thala is dying. I told him that, and he laughed some more. The next thing I knew, I had knocked him off his horse. He fell, and I hit him again. I kept hitting him. I had no idea that a simple staff could do so much damage. The others, they didn't stop me. We've all had enough. We took his weapons and armor. We killed his horse and will feast tonight. It's good to have something in our cookpot for a change. I threw the body down the waterfall for the trolls. At least they're good for something. I feel awful about the man, though. I didn't mean to kill him. RK, forgive me. I just snapped. I hope you'll forgive me too. Yours forever, Elsie. Middas, 23rd mid-year, 4th era 201. Dear Harold, more merchants came past today, but now we're armed and armored. We stopped them and made them hand over food and gold and some of the medicine. It's too late, though. Thala died last night. We took her downstream so the trolls can't get her. I keep thinking about Whiterun. The merchants who came through told us that there's a bounty on our heads. They think we're bandits. I tried to tell them that we're just trying to survive, but the way they looked at us, it's hard to convince someone you've just robbed. We're not the only robbers around here either. One of the merchants swore at us and showed us his saddlebags. They were already empty. I need to look into that. Yours forever, Elsie. Tyrdas, 12th Sun's Height, 4th era 201. Dear Harold, we're clearing the road so that the merchants can get through. The trolls have been scared of us ever since we went down there with torches. Even Hajvar Ironhand up at White River Watch is keeping his men up on the hill and taking his raiding parties somewhere else away from Whiterun and the road. It feels good to be doing something useful for the world for a change. I think a couple of the merchants understand. One of them paid us without us having to draw a blade. As long as we don't kill without need, and as long as the Civil War keeps going, maybe we can stay here. We're not charging too much, and everyone who passes here is safe. There are 16 of us now. You should see Anya in her armor. You would be so proud of her. She sends her love. Yours forever, Elsie. Fridas, 16th, Last Seed, 4th era 201. Dear Harold, Anya is dead. A bounty hunter came in search of us. He was alone, but so was Anya. I'm never leaving any of my men by the door on their own again. We put his head on a spike as a warning. I wish we had done that already. Maybe Anya would still be alive. I'm not going to send these letters. I don't want you to see what I've become. I've got a new family to protect now. Some of them are as young as ours were. I don't remember anymore what it was like to be young. I'm so sorry, my love. I never wanted any of this. RK grant that you never find me, that you believe me dead too. It's better that way. Sooner or later, someone will end up making it true. Yours forever, Elsie. That's it, y'all. Damn, I get chills. I get chills every time I read this. This was the thing that inspired me to look into making a lot of the bandits less video gamey, right? One of our team members, Jay, has been working for a long time on adding toll functionality to a lot of the bandit locations in order to humanize them a bit more, right? And this is I think a huge inspiration for both of us. It's fantastic. It's just so well written. And I like so much the idea of like just reinserting things or inserting things into this game world that remind you these like, or even just little things like real names, right? Like giving the bandits names. Like these are people, you know, like you don't know their circumstances. I'm not saying it's wrong necessarily to, you know, fight them, especially if they're attacking you, but things are just, especially in wartime, just so much grayer. That I feel like is one of the biggest, well, I won't say things that Skyrim missed out on, in the sense that I do think they did a pretty good job of at least bringing up the gray morality of war like a handful of times, but there's just so little done, I guess, in the grand scheme with the setting that they've created. I do think the setting is conducive to these kinds of things, and there's just not a ton of it, and it's just really nice to see more of it. And I mean, it's great that that's at least the platform, because then modders, you know, like the Requiem devs and Ludovician can make stuff like this. Anyway. Yeah, it's so cool, is it not? Like, it really is just not... Like, this makes me legitimately tear up. I, like, every time I read this, I fight back, you know, kind of like a swell of emotion. It's just so well done. I don't know what she's up to these days. I assume still working on the Requiem team. Bandit names like Sword Sheath Sam, Face Stab Freddy. Anyway, y'all, that's probably going to do it for me. So for anyone who wasn't available for the beginning of the stream, I'll upload the VOD that has a lot of the more concrete info on the stuff that we'll be fixing in the hotfix and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Thank you all so much for just the insanity that has been this last week. We really are, you know, I'm speaking for myself, but I think the team would agree with me that we're all just completely floored and humbled and super excited about the response that the release has gotten, and we are, rest assured, working as hard as we can to get the hotfix out ASAP and just get some of those more glaring issues fixed. And from that point, we will start building on some of the mechanical stuff that we talked about. Yeah, exhausted is another thing. Lizzie especially. Again, y'all, just a round of applause for our support for Lizzie and Monica and Turan and Finn and just everybody, Ring, everyone who's been in there doing support. Really, like, everyone's been doing support at one point or another. And everyone who is, you know, oops, one of my decorations. Okay, y'all, my wife, like the day of the release, she like set up all these decorations, like congratulating me. That's gonna make me cry too. That's why this book makes me cry. Whenever it says like yours forever, it reads like really like a letter from like a letter between two people in love, you know what I mean? Which just, I think that element makes it so much more impactful. Anyway, thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and see who's online, who we can raid. And everyone who's had a good experience, I'm so happy that that's been the case. Anyone who's experienced anything, you know, annoying out there, I thank you so much for your patience, and I promise we're working as quickly as possible to smooth over those rough patches. Let's go ahead and check Twitch. Of course. Get out of here. Shh. I don't want to hear myself twice. Who do we got? Oh, well, it's got to be Tayson then. Right? Let's go ahead and raid our boy. It's possible. I don't know if anyone's streaming Wildlander right now, but Tayson is a big friend of the project. He's an excellent content creator, Skyrim content. I'm pretty sure he's playing Skyrim. Looks like it. Oh, he's playing Wildlander. Well, there you go. Hell yeah. All right, perfect. So if any of you are looking for arguably much more gameplay than you probably got from this stream, then please stick around. Tayson is a wonderful guy, and I'm sure he'd be stoked to have you. Yes, I have Greed. I'm pretty sure I have them follow. I know I have Greed followed. I'm not sure if I have Lord Ray. Oh, but they stream on YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know Balian's been doing it as well. I don't see him on here, but next time I'll give Balian a raid as well. All right, y'all. Well, again, thank you really so much. I really appreciate it. I'll be making like a news post just to kind of summarize the points that were in this stream as well, so you don't have to, you know, sift through. I mean, we mostly got through it, I would say, in like the first 30 minutes, more or less. So if you really want to get like the deep dive in, I would watch that. But I will make like a news post just kind of summarizing everything. And yeah, thank you so much again, and you will hear from me next week. I hope you all enjoy yourselves. Everyone, please have a wonderful weekend. Please take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. All right, goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Journal. We'll have this here so we can... Should be able to spot. Hey, we got another raid. Hey, Dylan! How you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. Thank you so much for that raid, mate. Oh, there's 2 raids in a row. Dylan with a Wildlander raid. Welcome on in, Wildlanders. How you doing? Wildlander Pog. Hell yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Sherlocked in Holmes. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good one. Lazarus.
Where's my phone?
Lazarus, sorry. I'll get there right. Eventually, Lazarus, welcome on in. Dylan, good to see you. What's up, brother? Good to see you, mate. What's been happening?